That can change things right there on the line, which means your defense is going to have to be able to recognize changes as well. When you get into a game like this, how much of that rests on the defense between them, and how much of that is coming from the sideline from you guys to adjust on the fly?
Well, it'll be a little bit of everything. You know, we have base calls and certain checks out of those base calls. We have certain things that we want to do against certain formations and stuff like that. And I don't know if how in depth he is at changing plays and all of that stuff. Probably at this level, he's more of the I can hand it, I can keep it, I can throw it kind of guy. You know, anytime you're a Mr. Football finalist, you're a good football player. Very, very, very fast and elusive and hard to tackle. A big kid that's pretty strong, and so you know, it's a challenge to tackle him one-on-one, him up, and again, as I've said, you know, we've talked about it. I can't get it out of my head of him running down the sideline, and that's all right. He's going to tackle him. Nope. He's going to tackle him. Nope. He's going to tackle him. Nope. He's going to tackle him, and he still goes in, and it's like he's untouched. And so, you know, I think had a career night against us kind of last year, and then the year before that as a sophomore managed the game well and ran the football well, a couple of touchdown passes, and so he's had really good nights against us, and so hopefully third time's a charm, and we can you know, you don't ever stop a good football player, you just can contain them, and hopefully we can contain him and make other people make those plays instead of it being the guy that you know is capable and proven, and you know, hopefully you know, we can force the ball out of his hands and make others do it instead of him.
In those type of situations, the RPO options and all the different things that he can do back there, how much of that, if any, falls on Dante Wilson? I know y'all have talked about him kind of being the leader of the defense, kind of that middle linebacker position. How much of it is he supposed to read and be able to tell what's going to happen after the snap?
Well, Deontay is very, very important and very influential in getting us lined up and the call and us set on the defensive side of the ball. After that happens, then depending on whether it's strong or weak, field or boundary, all that stuff, each person will have a different set. But Deontay is the straw that stirs the drink to get us lined up and get us, and everybody's confident in him and him making the calls and the checks. But it comes down to all 11 as a unit have to communicate, and that was my message to him yesterday after practice. It was Coach Fry's message to him during practice. We know there's going to be bad stuff happen. We know there's going to be times when we're in a hurry. We know, but we have to communicate, and we all have to be on the same page. You know, if somebody zigs and somebody else zags, there's the gray area in the middle. So something's wrong, and you want to be one cohesive unit, and that's the way you play defense. There can be 10 people doing their job and one not, and we're in trouble. And so offensive football is sometimes not like that. You may have 6 or 7 doing the job, and it's the right 6 or 7, and you may be able to. But defensive football is so, and especially in today's spread game, the defensive line affects the linebackers affects the secondary, the defensive line affects the secondary affects the defensive line, and it just keeps stacking. And to be gap sound, to be fundamentally sound, we try to pride ourselves on getting 11 people to the football and playing with max effort, but sometimes in the RPO game, these people have to pursue the football. Well, this person has to stay backside and play man coverage, or this person has to sit and hold and wait, and make sure the quarterback hands it. And so it's just one of those. It's a lot like a chess game. It's a lot like checkers. If they're going to do this, what do I do to make us the best? And for Deontay to get us lined up, and John Binion to get us lined up, and the corners to know what the safeties are doing, and the safeties to know what the corners doing, and the linebackers to know what the front's doing, and the front to know what the linebackers doing, takes a lot of communication. For instance, if I say meet me for pizza tomorrow night, and I didn't say, meet me at Town Square Social at 7 o'clock, and we'll have brick oven pizza, and what do you want, pepperoni, or the works, or whatever. You may be sitting at Pizza Hut or Domino's or Papa John's and saying, well, Coach is supposed to give me pizza. But and I tried, and like I said, we talked about, with your boss, with your wife, with your children, with your job, with your bills, with the doctors, whatever. Communication is important.
It's everything. Yeah,
and this isn't just life. This isn't just a football game. We're teaching you, when things are on the line, and tomorrow night's a big amplified game. Communication is that much more important, and it's a small thing, but it makes such a big difference. And that is, one of the things that we have harped on. Let's all be on the same page, and don't give them easy ones. Make them get back in the huddle and snap the ball.
On the other side of the ball, offensively, you've said that they're likely to put 3 safeties out there. They're likely to put 9 men in the box. They can really change things up defensively. I go to imagine against Lebanon's defense and Gianna Zeta, they're going to probably have more in the box. I don't know if they're going to have 3 safeties back, but it sounds like that they're capable of running multiple different defenses as well, depending on what kind of offense they're against.
Well, the 3 safety structure is we run some of it, but it's so they're going to match what we do. So if we come in with a tight end and a sniffer, and our wideouts are in there tight, it's going to look like there's 11 people probably within 10 yards of the ball, maybe less, and they'll have 5 on the line. Corners will be up tight, safeties will be up in there, and then they'll have their one backer, and then the third safety is sitting in there right behind him, a little left or right, and and it's hard to get to that guy to block him, and that's where the 3 safety structure comes from. And then we may be an empty and be 3 over here, 2 over here, and it may look like they're in a 4-man box, but really, those 2 outside backers are playing, that third safety is playing, those 2 safeties are playing, and at times when you look at it, you look like, man, there's a lot of green out there, and then boom, there's not. Yeah. And so the structure lets you do a lot pre-snap, post-snap, and it's kind of a new thing the last couple of years that I guess Iowa State maybe was the first one that Matt Campbell kind of made it popular per se, and so everybody's kind of studied that. Now it's trickling on down, and until Green Hill, we hadn't really seen a 3 safety structure until 2 years ago when we played them. So it's different, but it lets them be multiple and to kind of adjust, and it's good stuff, and the part of the keys to our game is getting, where is that third safety? How do we account for him? Do we get a hat on him, or is he a free hitter to run and he's going to match the ball wherever it goes? So it's kind of like I said, we talked about chess and checkers on the other side. It's back to the same thing. It's all about players, and then numbers and grass and leverage, and can you get those and can you not? And then that structure lets you match people, and they do a good job with it.
They don't get much bigger than this for a regular season game, Coach. Good luck, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Here with Lebanon High School football coach Chuck Gentry. Coach, just a day before.
Into the third. Your Greenhill Hawks receive the ball in the first half. Kicking off for Lebanon, number 26, Eli Jimenez. Back to receive for your Hawks, number 0, Mike Palmer, and number 1, TJ Buchanan. 5. 6 and 5. Complete number 8, Martin. And that's enough for Wilson Baker.
So here we go, 1st and 10, ball in Lebanon territory. They're going to run it over to the right, around the tackle and to the sideline, a gain of about 5. And they are moving the ball. As we said, this team can get it done in a lot of different ways. And Lebanon's just going to have to keep fighting. So that brings up 2nd and 4. Ball spotted here on the 43-yard line in Lebanon's territory on the right hash. Burrows goes to the line to call out the play. He's going to go into a pistol formation. Triplets over to the right. Single receiver on the left. Now they're going to motion to go into a true shotgun formation as they'll send Cartwright all the way to the near side, and that is not what they wanted, as a timeout taken here by Greenhill as there was some confusion offensively. So first timeout here on the opening drive for the Hawks.
Game day shirt sponsored by Zaxby's. Zaxby's located at 638 South Cumberland Street right here in Lebanon. 12 signature sauces you can dip, dunk, or drizzle. Get Zaxby's famous chicken fingers at your next tailgate party. Also, team meals this week on October 17th for the October 17th Green Hill game on 10/16 Thursday. The meal was provided by the Bridge Fellowship and Tim Michaels. They provided the team with Panturo's pasta. And today at 3:30, Fairview Church arrived with Drew Fraley, fed the team Witt's Barbecue. We thank you very much, guys.
2nd and 4. Ball spotted on the right hash on Lebanon's 43-yard line. Greenhill on their opening drive just burned an early timeout, showing you how important this game is, that head coach Josh Crouch would take one this early in the half. And now it looks like they're going to go into a pistol formation with Zach Cartwright kind of on the left hip. Now he will go in motion, same thing we saw again. So true shotgun here with trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Ball is snapped, 2-step drop. They're going for Cartwright. He's got him, but overthrows him. He was there, but overthrew him. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
And I don't know if just the snap is delayed a little, but their receivers on that far side looked like they were a step or two into their route before the ball was snapped, and Lebanon kind of letting them know that watch them getting an early start on that side.
Big play early here in this one. If the Lebanon defense can get a stop here, we'll see what Greenhill decides to do. Kind of in a weird spot if you want to go for it on 4th down or punt it away. Hopefully we'll have to see them make that decision. 2 receivers on the near side. They're going to get it quickly, and that's going to be dropped as they had a wide open player. That was Will Butler. And that'll bring up that 4th and 4, and we'll see what they do here. They're keeping the offense out there, so I think they're going to go for it on 4th and 4. This would be a big stop for this Lebanon defense early in the game.
Yeah, like you said, no man's land, kind of a no-brainer with their offense, but long throw that time from the far hash, just a smoke or a hitch route there. Had a long time to travel, and Lebanon reacted well, even that he didn't catch the football.
Will Butler, a big guy, but that one unable to grab that one.
Late in the clock here, John.
Yeah, play clock down to 5 on the scoreboard. Trips to the left, 1 receiver up top. Ball on that right hash. 4th and 4, going for it. Will Burrows got it. It's almost intercepted, and it drops and hits the ground. Getting his hands on it. Was that Simpkins with his hands on it or Manier?
I believe it was Manier.
Manier got his hands on it, and Lebanon comes up with a huge stop right around midfield after giving up a huge gain on 3rd down earlier in the drive, and Lebanon will take over near midfield for their opening drive of the game.
That's film study there. And the games I watched, that was their go-to route, was that seam route right down the middle. Evidently, they're on 4th and 5. They wanted some route that they were very comfortable with. Manier saw it, broke on the football. He catches that going the other way. It may be a foot race. However, turnover on downs for your Blue Devils.
Austin Harrison out for the first snap of the game. 64.5% this season completion. He'll be in a Pistol formation with Gianna Zeta behind him. They're going to hand it off to him. He'll go over to the left. He's going to get maybe 3 yards on it, close to the 45. Gianna Zeta, 13 total touchdowns in 5 games this season. 78 carries for 717 yards, 9.2 yards per carry for the junior.
2nd and 6.
Abram Thompson at tight end. Brecken Rogers at your sniffer position. Your receivers, TJ Searcy, Gavin Gregory. And on your line, Cedric Mills at center. Right guard, Sam Altadorp. Right tackle, Aaron Davis. Left guard, Cameron Litchfield and Dwayne White III over at left tackle. 2nd and 6, near midfield. They'll snap it, hand it off again to Azita. Over to the left. He's got a first down and more. Gets about 5 more after the first down, and Lebanon gets into Green Hill territory.
Just in that tight bunch set, and we just crash down, seal the linebacker, seal the inside guys, let him make a move there. Lebanon playing a little tempo. You'll see that tonight. We get a first down. We're right back on the football.
Defensively for the Hawks, on the line at nose guard, Luca Nash, Ethan Harris, and Isaiah Pride. Linebacker, Mike Palmer, Gabe Euler, Jackson Sumner, and Daniel Omeza. At your corners, King Wright, LeBron Wells, and at your safeties, Will Butler and TJ Buchanan. Lebanon 2 receivers over to the right. Nobody on the left side. Spotted on the left hash. Now they'll go into motion as Brecken Rogers moves over to the right. And they're going to do a direct snap to Azita. He's going to take it over to the right, and Green Hill was ready for that one.
Yeah, they
saw that one.
Definitely ready on that one. Let me give you a little information on Ameza Danyan. His brother Cisse played corner for Mount Juliet a couple of years ago. They had a story on him. He is now the starting left corner for Harvard at Ivy League.
So not a very bright guy.
No, not at all. And this kid Omeza is not either. He is already, I guess you'd say committed, but we're going to West Point after this. And so you got to be pretty proud of that family there if you've got 2 kids at that level.
Well, it is one of those games where they might be the opponent tonight, but this is these are Wilson County kids, and you love any time a Wilson County kid can make their way to West Point or Harvard, no doubt about it. 2nd and 8, ball spotted right in the middle of the field on about the 41-yard line of Green Hill. 2 receivers to the left, direct snap again to Azita. He's going to follow his blocker and Brecken. He's going to get maybe 4. He keeps pushing and gets more yardage, almost to the first down. We'll see where they spot it.
Spot him, first down.
And they're going to give him the first down. That is a Wilson Bank and Trust first down. And boy, that was about 5 yards of sheer will by Gianna Zeta.
I saw the tractor pull out at the fairgrounds, and I don't know that the tractor pulled one that far. He had 2 or 3 on his back and just kept dragging them. They hit him at about 2 yards short, and he drug them 2 yards past.
They'll put the ball at the 31. Go ahead.
I want to tell you, on that run a while ago when he ran across that left end, he had a little speed more than I've seen in a long time. He looked like he's freshened up.
Bunch tight over to the left. They'll hand it to Azita again, right up the middle, and he's going to be about maybe 6 or 7 yard gain on this one. And he's so good on first down. He really puts you in really good positions on second down.
No, he got 9.
He got 9 on that one.
And, we hadn't put the ball in the air so far. Look for us maybe to here on a 2nd and 1, like you said, putting us in a really good position on a 2nd and short.
First quarter sponsored by the Lebanon Police Department. Lebanon Police Department and Chief Mike Justice with the men and women in blue, proud to back the Big Blue. Jonah Gardner in there on the left side in the slot position at receiver. 2 receivers on the near side. We'll go into the pistol formation. Harrison, as they send Rogers in motion. Now they'll go into shotgun with Azita going to the right hip. They'll snap the ball, hand it to Azita. No, they're going to keep it. Harrison, he's got him. Overthrew him as they had Jonah Gardner right up the middle. Exactly what you thought might happen, Joe. The first time they've thrown the ball tonight, the man was there, just overthrew him a little bit.
Well, he seals that inside a lot, and he shows the seal there and then breaks it deep. I think maybe just a little air, a little loft on the ball there. Sometimes those wide open ones are the hardest one to complete.
6:43 left to go in the first quarter. No score in the ball game yet. Lebanon driving, 3rd and 1. They are in Green Hill territory. Ball spotted on the 22-yard line on the right hash. 2 receivers to the left, 1 on the near side. Pistol formation for Harrison. Busby goes into motion. And Harrison's going to have to fall forward. There was a miscommunication there and maybe some loss of yardage there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They can have that. I mean, we had it 2nd and 1. and kind of blew a play. And then that one, it was definitely a miscommunication. I mean, actually, Azita and Harrison got tangled up, and he tripped Harrison a little. Azita tried to push him forward, but I don't think he lost any, but we definitely didn't gain one, John. Let's just go simple here and hand it off to 1-7 going downhill, will you say?
Boy, Lebanon just stopped Greenhill on a 4th down. Greenhill now will try to do the same to the Blue Devils. And as you said,
there is a glove right in the backfield.
There sure
I hope we
is.
do not step on that.
Right on the right, next to the right foot of Harrison. Shot a pistol formation. They're going to hand it to Azita. He's got the first down, and a few more yards down to about the 15-yard line as we're in the Zaxby's red zone for the Blue Devils, and that'll move the chains, and a fresh 4 coming for the Devils.
Good opening series here for our Blue Devils. Again, just keeping Burrows off the field. We said that it's very important. Our offense can be a good defense tonight, and a good opening drive doing just that.
Yeah, we're not in no hurry. We're letting the clock run.
Oh, yes.
We're already halfway through the first quarter here. 5:30 and counting, 0-0 score. Lebanon, 1st and 10 on Greenhill's 15. Ball right in the middle of the field. 2 receivers to the left. Azita right on the right hip of Harrison. They drop the ball. Harrison's going to take it over his left. He's got a little bit of room here. He's going to run. He's looking for the corner. Going to be short. Got inside the 5-yard line. I think he's got the first down. But a busted play on a low snap. And, boy, talk about making some lemonade out of some lemons.
Sometimes a broken play is your best one. I think what happened is when he bent down to pick up the low snap, they lost him behind the line of scrimmage, and he popped out on that left side, and they were a little slow to react. Like Donald said, I believe it's going to be 1st and goal on the 4.
This ball spotted on the left hash, so the Blue Devils will have 4 attempts here to get 5 yards and into the end zone. And we got, what is this, an illegal substitution here?
No, equipment, and, they want to send our guard off at a very important time.
And that was, I catch his number when he turns, that's about the 3rd time this season, 53, that they just pulled off the field for the Blue Devils. That's Desmond Himmenberger.
No, that's 53 for us. That's Seti.
I'm looking at it, you're right.
Seti was playing guard and not center there.
Lebanon still 1st and goal here from the 5. They're going to hand it off to Azita on the left side. He's going to be into the end zone. Gianna Azita, 14 touchdowns on the season. And your Blue Devils go on top first, 6-0 over the Greenhill Hawks with 4:51 to go with a PAT on the way.
Boys, he didn't run over but about 3 people that time. I think he was looking for a 4th one, but he couldn't find him.
All right, let's set it. We have a new long snapper, number 27, sophomore Carson Rigsby, filling in for the injured Gavin Lowry. On to hold is Jonah Gardner to attempt Eli Jimenez. Snap, spot, kick. Is good. 4:51 to go in the first quarter. Your Blue Devils score first and lead the Greenhill Hawks 7-0. More football after this short timeout.
In the first quarter, your Blue Devils on top 7-0. They had 76 first quarter points coming into the game. Tack on 7 more. For all the info, here's Donald Gann.
Yeah, guys, that was a 58-yard, 9-play drive. Azita in with a 4-yard TD run. Jimenez with the PAT's good. 4:51 in your first quarter, and it's now Lebanon Blue Devils 7, Greenhill 0.
Kickoff is on the way, fielded at about the 15-yard line, taking it all the way over to the right side, looking for some blockers, got a little bit of room, and tackled at about the 43-yard line. A nice return once again, or this time I should say, that was number 1, TJ Buchanan. And it looked a lot different than the first one he had, so good field position.
Yeah, he fielded it was the first thing and got a good head of steam. I saw a couple of nice blocks out front there, and I felt awful nervous as he was building up steam, but it's going to set them up really good field position for their second drive of the game.
Guys, real quick, I got to give a shout-out. A couple people can't be here tonight. Sean and Rebecca Dozier, they're listening. Buck Tomberlin's listening, and Bud Wilkerson's listening. So, guys, enjoy the game.
Big one for the Blue Devils. 1st and 10. They'll hand it off this time to Cartwright. He's going to go up the middle. He's got the first down and a great shoestring tackle to save even more. And in on that tackle for the Blue Devils, that was John Binion, and he might have saved another 15, 20 yards or a touchdown.
Who was that on the run?
That was Cartwright, number 2. Binion with the tackle. They're going to try to go hurry up as they get into Blue Devil defense. 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 46 on Lebanon side, right in the middle. 4:20 left to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 up top. They're going to keep it this time. Burrows is going to run it himself. He cuts it back and gets about 8 or 9. It might be pushed forward and will be for a touchdown as he started going to his left and then cut it back to the right, found some space and gets a first down. And this Green Hill offense is moving the ball as they are now at about the 33 on a 1st and 10.
Now that shows you a little of that young man's talent. We actually played that pretty well as Stafford crushed the side here. He bent it all the way back and got a lot of that on his own.
They'll go stacked receivers on either side in a hurry-up offense. They spot it on the 34. They're going to hand it off again to Cartwright. He goes right up the middle, and he's going to have a touchdown. Oh, no. Nice open field tackle at the 5. That was once again Busby. I thought he was going to be in, so Lebanon will have a chance here, but 1st and goal from the 5, and this Green Hill offense again going very hurry up. Stacked receivers on either side. Burrows gets the ball quickly, hands it off to Cartwright, cuts it up the middle. He's going to fall forward and get a touchdown, and very quickly the Hawks answer back. And for the first time and hopefully the last time tonight, you'll see the lights dance here at Green Hill. With a PAT on the way, we might have a tie game.
Yeah, you know, they tried that first series kind of going outside of us and kind of getting outside. That time they spread us out and went right up the gut. We will have to definitely adjust. They get an unorthodox field goal here usually. They want to see if you adjust to it.
Yeah, they've got 4 players all the way over to the left outside the far hash. And are they going for 2 here? Yeah. They are. And they're going to try to run it in, and they do. So a 2-point conversion is completed as they got it right to Luke Parton. And that'll give the Hawks a lead at 8-7 with 3:40 left to go. This Blue Devil defense has only given up 14 points all season in the first quarter, 8 here on the second drive for the Green Hill Hawks. We'll step aside here as you're listening to Lebanon High School football on WANT FM 98.9. 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. Green Hill takes the lead 8-7. Well, for one of the first times all season in the first quarter, your Blue Devils trail as Austin Harrison will come back out here in a moment after the kickoff as Green Hill, bit of a surprise on the 2-point conversion, giving them a 1-point lead, 8-7. Gavin Gregory and Amari Manier back to receive, both of them on the 10-yard line, right on those hash marks. Kick is on the way. Right down the middle, and it's actually Busby back there. He catches it inside the 5. He brings it out, gets it to about the 18 before he's tackled, and that's where Lebanon will start their second drive of the game.
Yeah, hard to get any momentum when you have to run back to catch that ball. He caught it on the 1. Obviously, it goes into the end zone. It's a touchback there, so little difference of 2 yards, but again, it's just hard to get going when you have to turn your back to the kickoff team, catch it, and turn and run.
If you are the Blue Devils with 3:35 left to go, you don't want to give the ball back over to Green Hill until the second quarter. So you want to have an extended drive here, hopefully ending in a touchdown. No receivers on the near side, 2 on the left. Pistol formation. Harrison gets the ball, wants to throw it quickly, gets it over on the left side. And making a couple of moves and almost to the first down marker. Is that Gregory?
That is Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory fighting forward. Might be a tad short, like half a yard short of the first down as they get it right to the 30-yard line. Does stop the clock as he goes out of bounds at 3:26. They spot it right on the 29.
They're going to give him the first.
They give him the first, so it was
down.
got it by maybe 6 inches. So that'll be another Wilson Bank and Trust first down for the Blue Devils as they'll move the chains again. Jonah Gardner out there in that slot position on the left side. Nobody on the near side. Now they'll go into motion as they'll bring the tight end Abram Thompson over to the right. They're going to hand it off to Azita. He's going to go right up the middle. Got about 5 yards, maybe down to 6 or 7 as he pulls forward. And underappreciated ability from Gian Azita is he tackles forward. He does not fall backwards very often when he is tackled. So even after a tackle, he's usually gaining another yard or so, and that's fantastic for a running back.
When you scout guys like that in college or pros, you label those guys as tough tackles.
Tough tackles.
You're tackling shoulder pads, knees, elbows, and you don't want to tackle those late in the game.
2:29 and counting as the clock runs. Lebanon in no hurry. Play clock down to 10. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 up top. Pistol formation. Brecken Rogers a little further out than normal, and now they'll go into a pistol. Azita will go near side. They're looking to throw it. They've got his man. That's Gregory. He's all alone, and he overthrew him, and that was T.J. Searcy. T.J. Searcy had a step on the defender that would have been 6, and Austin Harrison just overthrew him just a tad. And that'll bring up 3rd and 3, and definitely in a punt situation here if Lebanon cannot convert.
Again, that's called adrenaline. I told y'all, I watched that play several times Wednesday. He probably threw it 10 or 12 times, dropped it in the bucket every time. You get out here under Friday night lights and things are a little different.
Well, it was there. There ain't no doubt it was there.
So they call it 3rd and 3. Ball spotted on the 31-yard line in Lebanon territory. Lebanon needing a first down, or they're looking at the first punt of the game. Gardner on the near side, Searcy up top, and now we have to get a timeout here. I think Lebanon calls a timeout as somebody I don't think was in position. So Lebanon burns their first timeout, and I think this is a good one here. It's a big moment here as you want to keep this drive alive and keep it out of the hands of Burroughs.
Thanks to certified athletic trainer Jacob Woodard and team physician Dr. Lance LeClaire with Vanderbilt Sports Medicine for providing sports medicine coverage tonight for all our student athletes. You know, interesting, maybe a little bit here, a little more on Gian. I was talking to my child who's a blocking receiver, and you'll kind of appreciate this, John. He kind of said, Dad, it's kind of like playing with a point guard like Allen Iverson or Jason Williams. You can't fall asleep because they'll hit you with a pass at any time. He said, I may be on the other side, which has happened several times to him this year, blocking, and I turn around and he's coming right at me.
Yeah.
He said, so, you almost can't give up on the play. The old saying, if it goes away from you, you kind of just jogged. He said, not with this guy. You look up and he's running right back at you.
You know, that reminds me of my favorite basketball player of all time, Pistol Pete Maravich.
Yes,
always had to keep your hands ready when you were on the hardwood with him, and that's the same way here. So they'll go 2 receivers to the left, nobody on the near side. Ball spotted on the left hash, direct snap to Azita. He's going to cut it up, and he's going to get the first down right up the middle, and he keeps pushing it, and he gets
coming
it.
Out that
he got through it.
He's coming out.
Through it, and he's all the way down to the 40,
boy.
down to the 35. Gian Azita is a man amongst boys. Woo!
I ain't never seen nothing like it, boys. I'm telling you, I've been sitting here a long time, and that young man is amazing with the football in his hands.
That was a rugby scrub. You had no idea where he was, and then he shoots out of it and gets another 10, 15 yards now into Green Hill territory, and Lebanon just snatched back some momentum. 1:38 left to go in the first quarter. 8-7 your score. 1st and 10. Lebanon will slow it down here as they're in no particular rush to keep this offense moving. They want to be pretty methodic about this. Ball spotted on we'll call it the 36-yard line. Over on the left hash, receiver on either side. They're going to hand it to Azita again. He's going to go over to the left, and this time about 3 on the play.
He's going to be mad about that.
That'll get us under a minute before the next snap. Lebanon trailing 8-7 here in the first quarter, but driving the ball after picking up a very good 3rd down conversion. And they might be able to get it all the way down to about 35 seconds before they snap this thing. And that is what they'll do. So Kevin Gregory's going to line up in the slot on the right side. T.J. Searcy over on the left. Ball spotted on the left hash. Pistol formation. Now Azita will go to the hip And now he'll go back as Harrison told him, I need you behind me. Now they keep the ball. He's looking to throw it. He's got Gregory. And a flag. No flag on the play. There it is. He's going to get him for taunting. He's going to get him for taunting. I don't think this is going to be pass interference.
On us or
no, on Greenhill.
Okay.
They're going to call taunting right here.
Well, it should have been pass interference. He mugged him.
Yeah, he never, of course, you don't have to turn around, but he was face guarding him, and he was all into him body-wise as the ball was getting there. Never gave him a chance. He was not playing the football at all. But like you said, John, that flag was so late, something was said.
LeBron Wells there, he kind of did a hand gesture, their hawk flying thing, and that was enough. And it might be one of those plays where you think maybe the official
call.
You know, if they
Sportsman Greenhill. Good catch, John. That's your first big play of the game right there, buddy.
A huge one. That will get Lebanon into the Zaxby's red zone. Keeps the drive alive. 28 seconds to go in the quarter. The ball is all the way up to the 19-yard line now. So 1st and 10 in Greenhill territory. 2 receivers to the left. Kind of a bunch formation over to the right. And that's going to be an illegal formation, or illegal. So Gavin Gregory went into motion, and that's going to back it up 5.
We had linemen moving.
Aladort backed up a little. That's the only thing with those big linemen. You get them down in those stances for so long, and you're being patient to run the ball. They lose their balance a little, and they can't stop it.
So they'll back it up 5. It'll make it 1st and 15. Again, clock will start on the snap. So Lebanon could be the final play of the quarter.
Guys, with 28 seconds to go, Azita's ran the ball 10 times, 84 yards.
Well, he is a beast. That gets him over 800 this season. They're going to keep it this time. Harrison looking downfield. He's got to get through a couple of tackles. He's flushed out of there, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. And that might be how the first quarter ends. So Lebanon going the wrong direction after that huge pickup. And the clock is stopped here, so they will have to snap the ball one more time. Now 2nd down. They got to get it to the 10, and it is right now spotted on the 21.
I think they'll let it run out. A young man's helmet came off for Greenhill. That was the stoppage. So we're going to go to the second quarter on a 2nd down and 15.
So they'll flip the field, and we'll do it the other way as the clock runs down and your first quarter comes to a close. It's been pretty much exactly what we expected so far as Greenhill leads after 8-7. You are listening to Lebanon High School football on WANT-FM 98.9. Back in a moment. Street. Hardee's is serving up charbroiled burgers and made from scratch biscuits 7 days a week. So as we go the other way, Lebanon's going to have a 2nd and long, right about 17 to get the first down. If they can get the first down, they'll have 4 shots at the end zone, and could be interesting how things will work out here. If Lebanon comes up short on the first down, do they attempt their first field goal of the season? We'll have to wait and find out, or do they go into 4-down territory and just look to pick it up and get it into the end zone?
Yeah, kick a field goal. We'll have a little backstory there for you.
If it happens, right?
If it happens, yes.
So Lebanon will come back out. First play of the second quarter. 8-7 is your score.
I don't want to not attempt a field goal, but I'd rather have a touchdown.
Yep. They'll spot it over on the left hash on the 26-yard line. They're going to go nobody up top, so the entire right side of the field is completely empty. They got Gregory and Searcy stacked over to the left. Pistol formation. They snap it to Harrison. He's going to keep it. Looking for the end zone. He's got Searcy, and that's not a terrible throw because he was pretty well covered. Two defenders over there. It would have been a tough catch, but it does bring up 3rd down. The yard to gain is just over the 10-yard line.
We got to get a little bit here.
That's what I think. Hand it off to Azita. You've seen what he's been able to do so far in this game. Maybe he can push it forward and get it to where you only need 5 or 6 to get the first down. They're going to send Gregory up top, all the way up to the right hash. Searcy on the near side. Harrison's going to roll to his right, looking, and that is going to be incomplete. And a lot of contact.
He got killed.
A lot of contact on the quarterback, but everything looked clean from my angle. So it will still be 17 yards to gain for the first down, and here is decision time for the Blue Devils. Well, and I think they're going to keep the offense out there, and they're just, if you don't get the first down, you pin them back in their own territory.
Well, they just sprinted right there, and somebody forgot to block 17 as he just came like a missile and laid the wood to our quarterback there. Our young man's tough. He's taken several of those, but we don't want him taking too many more.
That was Will Butler on the tackle for the Hawks. So huge play here at 4th and 17. Blue Devils trailing by 1 early in the second quarter here at Green Hill. On the line is, and I think a timeout called here by the Blue Devils. They burned their second timeout early in the second quarter. And to finish that thought, the only thing on the line here is the top of the region with 2 games to play. That's all.
Hawks fans, score a touchdown with Concordia Insurance for all your coverage needs. Owned by Amanda Rose, a proud supporter of Green Hills football.
I want to take a moment to thank all of our radio sponsors here for the 2025 season. Base Ford, Burdine Supply, Fakes and Hooker, K. Maynard with State Farm Insurance, Kenny Salas with the Salas Realty Group, Lebanon Police Chief Mike Justice, Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan, Shannon Speck Electric, Sports World, Rackley Roofing Company, Wilson Bank and Trust, and Lebanon Mayor Rick Bell.
Also, the Blue Devil football program appreciates the support of Corey McDonald and the folks at Buckeye Drugs, 315 North Cumberland Street, a full-service independent pharmacy. Visit buckeyedrugs.com for more information.
4th and 17. Ball spotted on the 26 on the left hash. Lebanon has come up empty on the last 2 plays, so it has not made it any easier as we started the second quarter. 2 receivers up top, Searcy and Gregory. Gardner on the near side. Pistol formation here by Harrison. Now they're going to the shotgun as Azita moves up to his right hip. In motion goes Gardner. And a whistle is blown, and that's going to be a penalty on Lebanon.
I'm going to say a legal shift because Azita stepped up and didn't get set before Gardner went in motion. You can't have 2 men in motion, a legal procedure. He's got to step up and sit there for a second before Gardner starts.
Now, guys, you just got to throw it in the end zone.
Yeah.
Hopefully, love to have a catch, but maybe pass interference or something. You just, at this point, there's nothing to lose.
Trips to the right side, nobody on the near side. Shotgun formation, Harrison gets the snap, looking downfield. He's got to get flushed out of the pocket, keeping it himself, looking for the end zone, and nobody there. Gardner was covered up right at the goal line, and that will be a turnover on downs for the Blue Devils with 11:40 left to go in the second quarter. And Green Hill will have the ball leading 8-7. This will be the first time they've had the ball and the lead in the game. So the Lebanon defense should be well rested as they've been off the field. Lebanon's offense has been on for a while, and the last time the defense was on the field, didn't take Green Hill too long to score the ball. So the defense should be well rested.
Well, it kind of just went off the rails for us there. Had the big run, and the next series of plays there just went backwards for Lebanon, and you hate that nice drive coming to an end.
Stacked receivers on either side. Ball spotted on the right hash. They're going to hand it off to Cartwright. He makes a move, and he's going to get maybe a yard or 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Played him a little better that time as he had hit us 2 big ones this drive before. Wilson there grabbing an ankle, not letting go.
Cartwright averaging 7.2 yards per carry, so well below his average on that one. I'd like to see that continue. 2 receivers on the left side, 1 on the near side. He'll go into a pistol formation with Cartwright on his right hip. Burrows is going to keep it himself, looking to run the ball. Defender's there, and he's going to dance around and make a couple of plays, and he's going to gain about 6 more yards, and he's going to have the first down. Boy, he should have been tackled for about a 1 or 2 yard gain, but The athleticism of Cannon Burrows on full display there.
Yeah, I mean, he just stands and dances and dodges. I mean, I won't take anything away from him, but you load up trying to get the big hit instead of breaking down and tackling that young man. On that next level, he'll have to be a little careful doing that, as those guys won't miss.
Ball spotted on the 42-yard line, still in Green Hill territory. Trips to the left, one receiver on the near side. Burrows will turn to the sideline and get a different play. Still got, that's Brogdon, Nathaniel Brogdon in there at running back now, right on the right hip of Burrows. They're going to hand it to Brogdon. Now Burrows is going to keep it himself. He spins out of another tackle and gets about another 6 yards out of it. That'll bring up second down right at midfield.
Strong as well. Again, you're wrapping a quarterback up and the guy's falling for 3 or 4 yards. He's got leg strength, and kind of like Azita, you make a good play on him and he still gets 6 or 7 yards. It's a little disheartening.
Gets us to about the 10-minute mark here in the second quarter. Lebanon trailing 8-7 on the road here at Green Hill with the Hawks driving the ball. They're going to hand it off once again to Brogdon, and he's going to get his first down as he gets into Lebanon territory down at about the 47-yard line.
Gain of 6. And that's enough for
They call it a 6-yard gain, and again they'll move the chains. First down for the Hawks.
Trying to flex their muscle a little bit. So they're mostly a finesse team, trying to run downhill and match our physicality on offense.
3 receivers over to the left. Parton in the slot position. Now going into motion is Zach Cartwright as he goes on the far right position. So empty backfield with 5 receivers. Burrows is going to keep it himself. He's going to look. He's going to dance around. He's going to get another first down, and he's tackled around the 30-yard line. And, boy, they just wanted to put everybody out wide to clear out that middle and give him room to operate.
You ask the coaches at Lebanon what's the scariest play to defend. It's that one. It's the quarterback draw because of what you just said. They spread you out. They don't really have a hole for him to run to. They just tell him to run to daylight, and he's done that for many years.
So another first down here for the Hawks as they are driving the ball. They've looked really good their last 2 drives. They'll go trips over to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Burrows rolling over to the right looking, and he's going to get his man. He's going to be caught, but another first down. And Luke Parton with the catch again.
Just a matchup nightmare. Bigger bodied kid. You put a linebacker on him, he runs away from him. You put a corner on him, and he bodies him up and gets too big for him. Those guys are gems on that next level.
Well, this offense just really clicking right now as they're just picking up first down after first down, marching down the field. Lebanon's going to have to bow up and get a stop here. Ball is inside of the red zone, spotted right on the 15, maybe 14-yard line. Pistol formation, they're going to hand it off. As they get it to Cartwright, he's going to go up the middle. Short gain.
Still 4 or 5 there on first down. He's going to get it to the 10, bring up 2nd and 6.
Be about the 8-minute mark by the time they snap the ball.
And again, don't get caught up in the storm, guys. Just try to create one.
Only 2 receivers, 1 out to the left, 1 to the right. Ball spotted on the right hash. Pistol formation. Burrows will turn and hand it off again to Cartwright. He's going to bounce over to the right. He's going to be tackled inside the 5. He's going to have his first down. So it'll be first and goal here for the Hawks.
Well, Simpkins loved to have that one back. He shot the hole there and met Cartwright in the backfield, just slipped off of him, allowed him to get the first down.
They're going to go hurry up here again. Lebanon unable to get any substitutions out there, and Cartwright might have been shut down on that one. He's going to be very close. No official sign from the official. He's going to be short, so it'll bring up 2nd and inches. Green Hill going to make some substitutions here offensively, get some fresh legs up there on that offensive line.
Omeza Danyon.
That's what I was about to say. Omeza Danyon in there.
And then their power back, 24, Brogdon.
Nathaniel Brogdon, 3 touchdowns on 46 carries coming into this game. I think they're just going to try to power it in. Watch for a quarterback sneak right here as well as Burrows will go under center on this one. And that's exactly. I think the ball hit the ground.
Yeah, he lost it.
Yeah, he lost it.
Scrum under there, guys.
So this is going to be interesting as a lot of this will be up for interpretation.
We've got the football.
And Lebanon's saying they got the ball.
And they better give it to us because he never got to snap, guys.
No official call yet, but Lebanon's running it. Is that Busby's running it back down the sideline, and total confusion. He runs it all the way down 99 yards and a half. No, nothing from the officials yet either way, but Lebanon's celebrating like it's a touchdown.
Guys, I'm not Homer here. I had eyes on the snap.
Saw
He
it
never
too.
got it. It hit the ground, and it got kicked up under the pile. Lebanon came out of there with it. It should be at least Lebanon's ball. They're not going to give it to us way down here as he was down by contact, but it either should be a touchback or Lebanon's ball on the one.
At the one.
And there is a conference going on right on the goal line by the officials.
Lebanon football. It's not hard, guys.
Yep.
Yes, touchback. So
Touchback.
that's even better. We don't have to come out of our own end zone, guys. Big play. What did I say, John? Don't get caught up in the storm. Just try to cause one. Maybe they helped us, but we'll take it.
What a massive play by the defense as the offense of Green Hill was just marching down the field. I believe 4 first downs on that drive. They were getting big play after big play. And what about the stop the play before? To keep it out of the end zone, the play before, and give the defense an opportunity for that. And what do you hear high school coaches say all the time? Make them take snaps because somebody will make a
snap
mistake.
it again, and it's exactly what they did. And that has been their Achilles heel, Green Hill. They've had problems with turnovers this year. They had them against Cookville and got behind. They had them against Centennial and got behind. There's another big one there for us.
Do we know
It's
who
11 for them this
11
season.
for this season. That's a big deal for an experienced offense.
Do we know who recovered that? Or
Sorrell Simpkins.
Simpkins.
Thank you.
So Lebanon gets the snap. They're going to go direct snap to Azita. He's going to maybe get loss of yardage on this one.
They are putting a lot more up there this time. They've realized they can't tackle him with just 6.
Lebanon's going to have some downfield plays, 1 or 2 here or there to open things back up for Azita as they are just stacking the box. They're known to put as many as 9 guys in the box on that defense, so they're trying their best to cover them up. Loss of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 12. Ball spotted now on the 18-yard line. 1 receiver to the right, 1 on the near side. Looks like we're going to be in a pistol formation. Harrison goes all the way up to the line of scrimmage to call out the play. Azita right there on his behind. They'll snap it, hand it off to Azita. He's going to take it over to the right, and short gain on that one. Brings up 3rd and long, probably about 3rd and 8.
And if anything, guys, you just want to get a little bit and flip the field and again, keep our defense over there resting just a little. 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8, they call it, right about the 5.5-minute mark as we wind down the first half. 8-7 is your score. Green Hill leading, but Green Hill just fumbled the ball on the 1-inch line to give Lebanon the ball back. Lebanon's got to capitalize on the turnover, though. Need a conversion on 3rd and 8 here. Ball spotted on the right hash. 1 receiver on either side. Brecken Rogers in that sniffer spot on the right side. Harrison's going to keep it, and that's going to be nowhere near as he was looking for Gavin Gregory. And that might have been nerves once again as that pass came out quicker than Gregory got out of his break. And Lebanon will be forced to punt it away.
Well, I just don't think a good set of downs there for us coming out of that. Again, we kind of hope Gian gets a little more on first down, which he didn't, and it kind of affected that play calling there. But Green Hill's not going to pay for that turnover. We're going to give it right back to them.
Who's punting, Joe?
Is it Azita? Or I'm sorry, that would be something. Jimenez?
No, that's Jimenez still punting for us.
Jimenez long on the year is 47. This is one where he could just, and it's a bad punt. It goes straight up in the air, and it's going to fall. And it fell at about the 35-yard line of Lebanon. One of the most unfortunate punts of the year for Jimenez. He was averaging almost 34 yards per punt. That one, maybe half that.
Oh, no, they're marking it at the 25. That's a 3-yard punt.
So a little bit less than half.
Not going to help the old average there.
It's not. Boy, the defense being called on again for the Blue Devils. 8-7 as Green Hill will go back out. What a good job by the Green Hill defense answering after that turnover. And with 5:04 left to go, Green Hill in a great spot here. 2 receivers on the near side. They'll go 1 up top. Burrows with the snap. They're going to hand it off to Cartwright. He's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Simpkins and Stafford combining, Jaden Stafford, that is, combining on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Clock moving under 5 minutes to go in the first half. We'll have Sadler Up on the left side, Luke Pfeiffer on the near side for the Hawks as they'll get their play from the sideline. Under no particular rush, plenty of time on the play clock here. In the backfield will remain Zach Cartwright on the right hip and a little behind Burrows. They'll snap it. Burrows is going to keep it, and he's going to get a low pass as he tried to go over to Sadler on the left side, and that'll bring up 3rd and 10. And I do believe they will be in 4-down territory here. They have hit 3 field goals this year. Caden Chandler, 3 of 4 kicking field goals, but
What's his long? Do we know?
I do, but I don't have it right in front of me. I can get it for you, though. It's not more than 30, I can tell you that.
This will be at plus 40.
Yeah, so probably not an option here if Lebanon can get a stop on 3rd down. 1 receiver out to the left, 1 to the right. They'll snap it. They're going to hand it off to Brogdon again. They're power back, and he's going to lose yardage. And this Lebanon defense is really bowing up here the last 2 drives. And they're going to be, I believe, they're going to have to go for it here. 4th and long coming up, and another timeout, I believe, called. No, they're going to call an official's timeout.
They got to play it down. That play was initiated by Brayson Bueller, 52. Bueller, a senior, has been playing ball here since a sophomore, has had injury issues, sometimes no fault of his own, was really ready to contribute this year and dropped a weight on his big toe earlier in the season. I think maybe played in a game or 2 and then had to sit. He came back at the right time at nose guard with Lowry getting hurt a couple of weeks ago, and Simpkins, Sherrell's brother, had gotten hurt a couple of weeks before that. So we had gotten pretty thin at the nose guard. Bueller had came back. Guys, I believe Bueller was the one that was right there over center on that fumble.
I wish I would have remembered that in the moment.
He was really celebrating there, and again, he's a bigger-bodied kid, and he caused a little havoc under there, and then he made that play right there on Brogdon, so nice to have him back. This is number 24, Brogdon.
That's
there,
Brogdon.
who got not putting any weight on that left ankle there, as he may have got rolled up on or twisted, but definitely keep an eye on that one for you.
Boy, hate to see that for Green Hill. As we always say, I always want to play a team with their full deck. Hopefully that young man will be back. As you said, he's kind of their power back in short yardage situation. Probably would not have been in on this play on 4th and long. They show it 4th and 10 on the board. I think it's a little bit more than that. They do have it spotted right on the 25, so I guess it would be 10 yards.
Clock is running, 3:50 to go in the half.
They'll go trips over to the left, right on the hash in a close formation. Now they're going to send 4 receivers out as they send Cartwright out there.
Watch Burrows.
This looks like a Burrows special here. No, he's looking to pass the ball. He steps back, flushed out of the pocket. He might have to run, not designed, and he's going to be tackled before the first down, but a penalty marker on the field.
Oh, goodness, guys. We got out of there. Controlled rush. Surely that's got to be a hold on them as he cut it back several times, and their guys reaching and grabbing, unless we got a face mask or something there on the tackle. But
the offense was coming off the field. They still look like they're half coming off the field, and the officials again talking it over. 3:36 to go. Clock stopped.
They're going to call it on us. I don't know. We'll get a signal, guys. But again, they're going to get bailed out here on a nice 4th down stop by our defense.
And yes, both teams keeping their offense and defense out there. So it goes against the Blue Devils. And after Lebanon gets a stop on 4th down, they're going to walk it to the 9-yard line, giving them 1st and goal.
Never give a signal. He called personal foul, but never said what the personal foul was. So, again, guys, your guess is as good as mine watching at home.
Clock winds at 3:30, and now another stop in action. And I think Lebanon, they're giving a warning to head coach Chuck Gentry.
He wants an explanation, guys.
Yeah, and he deserves one. The official's supposed to go over, and he will get what he wants now, as he wants to know exactly what happened, as they were back on the ball really quick. And now Coach Gentry talking to his players and the official kind of simultaneously. And let me tell you, Coach Gentry is not the biggest man you're going to come across, but one of the more intense guys you will ever meet. And he is backpedaling right now and talking to that white hat official and giving him an earful.
Well, listen, I saw the referee mouth personal foul number 12. I watched him walk up to Jackson Harris and ask him, which that kid's will tell you straight. He asked him, I guess, what did you do? Patted him on the helmet.
And he asked the player?
No, Coach Gentry asked Harris coming off there, what did you do? And I guess he got an answer that that he thought he needed to tell the official, but again, the official never give me anything, and Coach Gentry knows how big that is to get them off the field. He also knows this is not going to do any good.
Boy, he has not had – this is the most upset I think I've seen him all year. He just got a flag.
I've never seen a flag on Coach Gentry.
That's the first time I've seen
in his career.
Well, he is not happy at all. Of course, the Green Hill fans are loving it, as you would expect, but he is letting his players know that he has their back. He understands how big this game is, and he's going to go out there and he's going to protect them in any way he can, even if it is a penalty. And as you said, quite possibly the first of his career here at Lebanon High School.
Well, he'll be the first to tell you he'll regret that. But at some point in time, you just said it, you have to stand up for him. Now, let me be devil's advocate a little bit here. They called them for taunting earlier down there on the pass with Gregory, and so they're trying to keep close tabs. You can never tell what a kid says.
Right.
It's easy to watch them punch or shove, but you can't tell what a kid says. And I'm not going to say Harris said anything, but he's not going to be stupid and tell Gentry, yeah, I said something.
Right.
You know.
Inside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Stacked receivers out wide on both sides. Pistol formation, they're going to hand it to Cartwright. He's not going to get into the end zone on this one. And if anything you can say that will get a defense motivated, it is seeing their coach have their back like that. Gentry now in his 9th season here for Lebanon, and we believe quite possibly his first ever penalty.
My memory's not great, but I've been down there on the sidelines with him for a long time, and I don't think he's ever got one. Big number 59, Avion Bird, combining on the stop there with Jaden Stafford. Avion got a little bit of time a couple of weeks ago at nose guard too. Big-bodied young fella there. I don't want to guess his weight, but a good play there, going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Under 3 minutes to go, 2nd and goal, tight formation. They're going to send Cartwright out wide again. Burrows is going to run this one. He's going to get into the end zone. Over to the right side, they'll put 6 more on the board. We'll see if they go for 2 again or if they kick the extra point this time. With 2:40 left to play in the first half, it shows 14-7 on the board with a PAT on the way, and it does look like they're going to kick the extra point.
Well, they're lining up a little more traditional this time as they've got the 8-point lead. Number 7, Caden Chandler, on to attempt, holding number 3, Dylan Hawks. Going to have to rush one on late here. Still plenty of time on the play clock. As Will Butler rushes on. Snap, spot, kick. That's good. 2:40 to go on the half. It's Green Hill 15, your Blue Devils 7. We'll return after a word from our sponsors.
.240 left to go here in the first half. Lebanon now trails 15-7 after what has been a very, wouldn't say predictable, but about what we thought so far in this game.
Yeah, it was Green Hill took the ball, 8 plays, 25 yards off the shank punt. Burrow run it in for a 4-yard TD run. Chandler with the PAT was good. So 2:40 before half. It is now Green Hill 15, Lebanon 7. But Joe, I'm going to tell you something. If I'm wearing a Blue Devil uniform and I see that my coach he might regret it, but just what he just did for me, I'm going to run through a wall from him the rest of this ball game.
Well, that's the equivalent of that basketball getting that technical foul, isn't it, John? Maybe give you a little spark sometimes.
Sometimes that's what you need. They're going to catch this one. Gregory has it, bobbled it a bit, able to reel it in, out past the 20.
That's not what they want.
And he's going to push it out. He's got it out to the 40. Great return by Gavin Gregory, and about 10 yards after contact on that one. And Lebanon will have good field position with 2:33 left to go in the half. And
Josh Crouch has met the kicker, and he said, do not let him catch that on a full run. We are not kicking it to 7. They about learned the hard way there.
Lebanon correct me if I'm wrong, Lebanon should receive in the second half.
Yes, absolutely.
So a score here would be huge for the Blue Devils.
Chance to double up.
Ball spotted on the right hash. They'll hand it off to Azita. He's going to go right up the middle, and he's going to get about 6 or 7 out of it. So another first down gain for the Blue Devils through the legs of Azita. They'll bring up 2nd and 3. They give them 7.
I learned after about the third game, don't never say how many yards Azita's got until they hand the referee the ball.
Once again, they're going to hand it off again quickly to Azita. He's got the first down, and he's into Greenhill territory. And now they're saying Greenhill's got the ball.
Yeah,
we'll see what the officials say. Greenhill players, of course, are saying they have it. But again, I think you're right. Forward progress.
Yeah, he was stopped.
And I think they're in that scrum. Greenhill's pointing that way. But, of course, they don't matter.
They're going to.
The official, no official sign from the official yet.
Them, I believe.
They're right at midfield.
Yep.
No.
Lebanon will keep the ball, and as a matter of fact, almost a first. And they do give them a first down, so a horse of a different color.
Those referees just stand around, have a conversation, and then we just have to see the result.
They're not afraid to talk.
No.
In Greenhill territory, clock is wound, under 1:50 to go. Right on the 48-yard line in Greenhill territory, close to that right hash. 2 receivers to the right, 1 on the near side. Pistol formation with Azita in the backfield. He'll now move to the left hip, going into a shotgun. They'll get it to Harrison. Harrison looking downfield, and nobody's there, and that is really dangerous as they wanted Gavin Gregory there. Gavin Gregory immediately looking at the official, looking for a flag, saying he was held on his route.
Well, I love Austin Harrison, but we don't have a play where we hold the ball and let our receivers run 60 yards down the field. He's got a great arm, but he doesn't have that arm. That play is supposed to happen a little quicker and didn't that time. Again, if we just need to hit one of those to stretch those guys out. We've had them running open at times. We just hadn't hit it, and until we do, they're going to try to put a little extra up in there to tackle 17.
Lebanon trailing 15-7, just under 1.5 minutes to go. Ball near midfield. High snap. They'll hand it to Azita over to the right. Got some blockers and some room. Going to get short of a first down, but some good yardage. That'll bring up 3rd and short. Lebanon will most definitely be in 2-down territory here with 1:15 and the clock wound. It'll probably be right about a minute when they snap it.
Yeah, and he looked like he got out of bounds there. He got tackled and rolled out of bounds. Lebanon with only 1 timeout. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Ball spotted on the 42-yard line on the right hash. 3rd and 4 for the Blue Devils. Under a minute to go in the first half. They snap it to Harrison. They hand it off to Azita. He's going to go over to the right. He's got the first down and then some.
Get out of bounds.
And he looks like he's out of bounds right about the 31-yard line. Clock is stopped. So Gian Azita over 100 yards now here in the first half alone.
He's 115.
Found something on that right side. It's just that RPO, and they have to honor to make sure Harrison's going to give it to him and not come out the backside. It's giving him a chance to get around that edge and doing a good job of getting out of bounds. Jonah
Gardner, Gavin Gregory on the near side. 1 receiver up top. They'll snap the ball to Harrison. He's going to roll over to his left, looking to pass the ball. Looking. Got through a defender, and he just holds on to it this time. And Lebanon might have to take a timeout here as he's tackled for a loss. Clock at about the about 30 seconds to go.
Too much time. We need to get one here, guys.
And they're wanting to go for it. No timeout being called here by the Lebanon staff, so they want to go for it. Interesting call. Maybe a quicker here and then call spike it. They're going to spike the ball there to bring up 3rd and 14 with 18 seconds left to go. Not sure about that one as Lebanon had 1 timeout in the pocket.
Well, let me be armchair quarterback a little bit. If you're Harrison there, you got to realize the situation. Let's just throw it out of bounds. You're out of the pocket, and you'd rather save the clock than take the sack. And then I think Coach Gentry being, us kind of having to reset, I think you save the time. You don't waste the down. Now we've got 2 downs to get 15 yards instead of 3.
Ball on the 36-yard line on the left hash. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Azita in the backfield in a pistol formation. Busby goes into motion. They're going to hand it off. Nope, they're going to keep it as they get it over to Searcy. Searcy coming back. He's got close to the first down. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to get the first down. 10 seconds to go. Greenhill picks up the ball. Lebanon tackles him out of bounds. With about 5 seconds to go, Lebanon had gotten the first down, got it stripped, so a turnover by the Blue Devils, and Lebanon was going to be in a position to take at least one shot at the end zone to close out the half, but instead Greenhill comes up with the turnover.
I'm glad the Danyon kids dancing because the ball game's not over with, fellas, so let's dance off the sideline. We still got another half to go.
15-7 is your score. They'll have to snap the ball once. Do not anticipate them just taking a knee here. They'll probably run the ball, then we'll go into the locker room. Lebanon will have the second half kick.
That was Cersei, right? Was that Cersei?
That was Cersei.
It was Cersei on the catch, yeah.
Fumble.
And now an official calling a timeout.
They're not lining up to take a knee, John.
They're not. They're going to actually send 3 receivers out to the left. Lebanon's going to be just putting almost everybody back. They've got right now 4 guys 10 yards off the ball. 5 guys 10 yards off the ball. They'll go 4 receivers over to the left. They snap the ball, they turn quickly, and
they still got
they
time
take
for
their
another
time
play.
out. So they get about a 5-yard gain as they go a quick pass over to the right, and that'll give them 1 second, so they'll be able to snap the ball one more time, and I think Lebanon will stay in the same defense with 5 guys about 10 yards off the ball.
It was actually incomplete.
Oh, okay, so it was incomplete.
So they won't use
Not
that
really
timeout.
much of a difference.
No, let's see if they trying to just pad some stats maybe for Mr. Burrows.
He'll snap the ball again. Really close formation with triplets over to the left. And now they will. And he will take the knee. So he'll take the knee there, and we'll go to halftime. 15-7. We're going to keep it here just for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. 15-7 is your score in what has already been a game that's had a little bit of everything. We've had a coach's penalty. We've had a turnover, a turnover on each team, a goal line stand by the Blue Devils, some controversial calls, just about everything you expect in a game that gives one of the teams a chance to sit on top of the region and 2 games to play. Joe?
Well, it's kind of like a birthday cake I try to make. I've got the best intentions. And, I've got all these plans made out kind of like this game. We're ready for a great game. It's not been that. It's turned out like a birthday cake that if you saw that's just a mess. And a lot of imperfections in this first half. You get that a lot of times with 2 good teams. The anticipation usually doesn't match what you get. But a lot of mistakes, a lot of plays left out there. I don't know if I would have picked 15-7. I think if you do have to look at it, as bad as we played, maybe that's the Lebanon's favor a little. You said it earlier, we can't get in a shootout. Well, the only bad thing about that, they scored plenty of points in the second half, but we've also been a fourth quarter team ourselves. So I think getting the ball here is going to be big. Let's see what adjustments we make, and that opening drive will be big to try to go down and put some points on the board.
Yeah, you said it. They've been really good in the third and the fourth quarter. Second quarter statistically has been their best quarter of the season, but 52 points this season in the third, 65 in the fourth. Lebanon has been really good defensively in the fourth quarter. We'll have to get there and see what happens here. Not the only game going on inside of the region. Wilson Central at 5-2 playing 1-6 Mount Juliet. Gallatin at 5-1 taking on 5-1 Beach. Cookeville at 1-6 taking on 2-5 Farragut. Other games inside of the county: 4-3 Watertown hosting 3-4 Cascade. Friendship at 6-1 taking on 4-3 DCA, and Mount Juliet Christian Academy. The only team that played last week will be the only team off this week. They had a huge win last week against Glencliff, 20-13 to give them their first win of the season. We're going to send it to the station after a commercial break as the WA&T scoreboard boys, Jonathan the Jet Thompson, will give you all of those halftime scores, some playoff scenarios perhaps as well. Do want to thank our Lebanon football radio sponsors: Bates Ford, Burdine Supply, Fakes and Hooker, K. Maynard with State Farm Insurance, Kenny Salas with the Salas Realty, Justice, Wilson County Sheriff.
Hayes' turn. Hayes' turn tonight. The stars have vanished. The wind has left our sails. We forsake. We cast adrift. Doomed to wander the endless sea.
Now please welcome to the field the Spirit of Green Hill Marching Band, presented by Mark's Automotive. The Spirit of Green Hill Marching Band joins us this evening to present their competitive performance show to Call It Ours, featuring musical selections by Dolly Parton, Charlie Daniels, the Cinematic Orchestra, and Jason Robert Brown, and original music by Don Barrett. The Spirit of Green Hill is under the direction of Tyler Appleby and Keaton Weber. Staff includes drill and visual design by Jack Percival, music arrangement by Don Barrett. Color guard staff includes Delilah Lee, Campbell Hunt, and Fran Shepard. Additional staff includes Joseph Anderson, Killian Andrews, Allie Blackwell, Nina Chamberlain, Josh Graham, Alex Gray, Oakley Hahn, Warren Knight, Dr. Zach Newcheever, Rebecca Rummett, James Trees, Lauren Verdoni, Greg Verdoni, and Jackson White. Tonight, our marching band is wearing pink bandanas as part of their uniform to support Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This gesture is especially meaningful as we honor several of our band members' mom and family members who are currently battling or have previously bravely battled breast cancer. We stand with them, we support them, and we wear pink for them. Drum majors Dan McGowan and Sandra Houston, is your band ready? You may take the field in an exhibition performance. Fans Greenhills here will be hosting their first ever Horsepower on the Hill Car and Truck Show November 1st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Greenhill High School. Students will also be able to enter in the students-only car category. Entries for students are $10 and for adults are $20. There's a $100 cash prize. There will be cars, vendors, food trucks, music, and more. For more information or to enter your car, visit www.horsepoweronthehill.com. Hot fans, Greenhill Cheer will be hosting their second annual Mr. Greenhill competition on November 12th. Fan favorite voting is now live. It you'd like to vote for your favorite guy to win the title of fan favorite, head down to the Greenhill Cheer Tent to cast a vote for your favorite contestant. Fox fans, Tennessee Tiny Weddings is your hometown wedding venue. Located on 5 spacious acres in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Tennessee Tiny Weddings specializes in weddings, elopements, and vow renewals of just a couple or up to 20 guests. Couples love this micro-wedding destination where James and Julie customize each ceremony. Open by appointment only, check out their beautiful website at www.tntinyweddings.com.
Board show after our game here tonight. Kickoff here in about 40 seconds. I want to thank our sponsors once again for the WANT Lebanon High School football radio broadcast. Paige Ford, Birdine Supply, Fakes and Hooker, Kay Maynard with State Farm Insurance, Kenny Salas with the Salas Realty Group, Lebanon Police Chief Mike Justice, Wilson County Sheriff Robert Bryan, Shannon Speck Electric, Sports World, Rackley Roofing Company, Wilson Bacon Trust, and Lebanon Mayor Rick Bell. And we do have some more sponsors are going to be coming on with us in the postseason. More on that later. But if you are looking and you would like your business to sponsor the Lebanon Blue Devils in the postseason, please reach out to WANT-FM 98.9. You can do that by emailing WANTWCOR at yahoo.com. And great opportunity for you to kind of hitch up with a postseason team, which we know our Blue Devils will be here in a month. 3 weeks to 4 weeks, just depending on where we're going or if we're staying at home.
John, a little house cleaning there. I see the running back Brogdon there on the sideline, very surprised that he's got his helmet on, the shoulder pads on him, and he was not putting any weight. So look for Brogdon maybe to come back in that. And then another something to watch for here. Greenhill has attempted and successfully recovered 2 onside kicks on us the very 2 times we've played them. Once the first year and last year was a big turning point in the ball game. They've also, if I'm right in Coach Gentry saying this, they've attempted it 4 times this year. So they've got a nice little onside kick. They try to dribble there. This is the time that you may see it, or they usually try it for a quick score just to kind of build momentum on you. We are alert of that. We fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I don't know what a third time means.
And just because I know some of the listeners out there will be asking, none of the new kickoff rules in the NFL, that's just in the NFL. So in the NFL, you have to let the other team know there's all these new restrictions on online. That it is, think old school when you think onside kicking in high school football. You can do it anytime you want without telling anybody. So you can, which I personally like.
Well, I don't know if you could ever get them organized that much in high school level.
That would be a lot. You're right about that.
It'd be like, just musical chairs with those guys. Now in college, they're starting to talk about it a little bit because, again, so many injuries happen on that kickoff, and you very rarely see one without a penalty flag.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just become so bad, you just don't see the kickoff returns anymore. So I think they're going to have to switch field on this, John. We lined up on the wrong side. Both teams
did that happen once earlier this season?
Well, it was
and they kicked it.
And they kicked it, yeah.
Was it Station Camp, and you said they forgot to switch the field?
Yeah.
They stopped on us, and again, we
they caught it this time.
We appreciate everybody, but you see funny things happen. If you've noticed, we've got a couple extra guards up there on that front line, kind of protecting against what I just spoke about there. As Jonah Gardner was on the receiving end last year of catching about 4 or 5 hits there, and so they're going to try to keep them off of them. But you can see we are alert for that onside kick right now. Chuck Gentry knows we don't need that to happen to start this half.
Once again, Manier and Gregory back deep to receive on about the 5-yard line. As you said, Jonah Gardner right there on about the 44-yard line, right in the middle of the field. So they will kick away, and it's a good one. It'll go to Gregory, fielded at about the 9. He'll take it out of there, gets it out to about the 25. Nice tackle. Is that number 6? It is. That is LeBron Wells with the tackle. And Lebanon will take it right there, 1st and 10.
John, I want to say something else. A while ago while you was doing the halftime and you was doing our advertisers. Guys, I can't say it enough. If you hear one of us say somebody's name that has sponsored this broadcast, I beg and plead of you to do business with those people.
Keep it in house. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of that. Ball is snap, high snap. They're able to bring it down. They hand it off to Azita right up the middle, and he's going to push forward for about a gain of 7.
Well, he should have got 2.
Exactly. So about 5 yards
6.
after contact.
Yeah.
They call it 6. It'll bring up 2nd, and they put 3 on the board. Now they put 4. So, yeah, 2nd and 4. They give them 6. Ball spotted on the left hash.
Oh, high snap there. We don't need to get during that part of the game where we have to get our snaps down. Throws the timing off just a little bit.
2 receivers to the right. Pistol formation with Azita in the backfield. Nobody on the near side. 4 up front there for Green Hill. They'll hand it off to Azita again. He's got the first down and then some. He gets past his first defender, and he's tripped up after he gets past the 45-yard line into Green Hill territory. And, boy, a shoelace away from 6 points for Lebanon.
Joe, you've watched this young man for years. He's got more speed tonight than I've seen.
He does. He has, like you said, he's rested. He's pretty fresh from the games you've seen and coming off a 2-week break. And he's still got a lot of miles left on those legs there, and let's hope he gets a few more of them tonight.
That will be a Wilson Bank and Trust first down for the Blue Devils in the 3rd quarter, sponsored by the Lebanon Police Department. Police Chief Mike Justice and the men and women in blue proud to back the Big Blue. 2 receivers over to the left. They'll hand it to Azita. He's got some room again, and he's going to get another first down. And he got that one pretty much running backwards as he kind of hopped over a defender and took a couple of steps backwards with the ball in his hand. That is a Wilson Bank and Trust first down as Lebanon gets it down to about the 31-yard line in Green Hill territory.
I don't know what kind of TV these people watch, but if you've got YouTube, Facebook, you need to just turn the TV on one Saturday morning and watch this young man's replays. You think we get excited and we just keep saying this over and over and over? This young man's unbelievable.
Tight formation to the left. Nobody up top. They're going to hand it to Azita again. He's going to go to the left. He's going to be tackled for a loss that time, maybe 2 or 3 yards on the loss there. And to hitch onto what you were just saying there, you can watch the game live at Lebanon Broadcasting on Facebook, or excuse me, Blue Devil Broadcasting on Facebook, and that archives. I actually pull the curtain back. When I got the gig to take over here for Tommy Bryan, I went back and watched about 30 games. Felt like my eyes were about to pop out. 2nd and 14. Ball right on the 35. Spotted on the left hash. Trips over to the right. Nobody on the near side. Pistol formation. Going to hand it to Azita again. He's going to get it right up the middle, and he's going to get...
Got about 8.
Got about 8, bringing up 3rd. And they're going to call it, see what, about 6?
3rd and 6, kind of interested. This has happened to us the last couple of times. We move it right down there and have a negative play, which was what just
happened.
And let's see if we can overcome it this time.
Big play here, about 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Blue Devils trailing 15-7, but driving the ball here on the first drive of the 2nd half. Trips up to the right. He'll snap it. He'll get it to Azita again. He goes to the left, and he's not going to be close on this one. That'll bring up 4th down. He got maybe 1. And it's definitely 4-down territory here for the Blue Devils. And they're going to bring Simpkins out to add a little bit of size as Gregory will go out. And I think this is just going to be another straight-up run.
Somebody's got to block 20.
Altadort's got to come out here. Maybe another
timeout.
Wardrobe malfunction. And he'll come out. And is that Goodlow coming in? I believe so. Caden Goodlow, the sophomore, will come
maybe
in.
They're going to take a look at Sam maybe the official decided you need to take a look at him. Could have maybe took a shot. Wasn't acting right because he took his helmet off and walked to the bench.
Okay. So here we go. Big play here to start the second half. 4th and 5. Lebanon trailing 15-7. Ball on the 31-yard line. Need a first down to keep the drive going. He's going to keep it. Harrison's got him. Oh, through the hands of Searcy. He was there. It would have been a touchdown, and it went right through his hands. It was right on the money, and it goes through Searcy's hands. Oh, no, that would have been exactly what the Blue Devils needed. The pass was right on the money. Could not put that one on Harrison at all as Searcy just dropped the pass.
And he would have loved to have that one to make up for that fumble there at the end of the first half, and you hope it just hadn't gotten to that young man's head, but a big opportunity there escapes our Blue Devils.
Lebanon's got a snap and reset, if Coach Gentry always says. They'll quickly go out again. 2 receivers either side. Burrows gets the snap, hands it off to Cartwright. He's going to move it to the left to get a gain of about 5 or 6.
Big, important series for our defense here, John, as we do not want to get down 2 scores to these guys.
Especially not here on the road, on the hill, as they like to call it. So again, similar formation. 2 receivers on either side, 2 in the slot. They're going to hand it off to Cartwright right up the middle. He's going to be short of the first down. It will bring up 3rd down of about 3. Might be even 4. I don't know if he got a gain on that one or not.
Bueller and Carter McPeak combining on the tackle there.
Bueller
bring up a 3rd and 2.
Sorry, Joe. Bueller playing well here in his first start of the season at nose guard.
Well, you know, again, hadn't had a lot of time this year, but very seasoned. He took snaps as a sophomore, so he's seen it before. He's just played different positions. We've used him on offense in some years. We've used him on the defensive side of the ball.
Big play here. They call it 3rd and 2. Stacked receivers on either side. Ball right in the middle of the field. Burrows gets it. It's dropped. Oh! And Lebanon picks it up. They're going to be an incomplete pass.
They're going to say incomplete.
They're going to say incomplete pass.
And very close. It's hard to say on that no replay, but still, that's a big 3rd down, no play for those guys. But still,
was that Jackson Harris on the play?
It was, and
he almost picked it off. It looked like,
yeah. And actually, he was there, but Wilson, I think, actually was scrambling for the ball there. Hey, guys, are they thinking about it here?
Oh my gosh!
On their side,
draw off all sides, maybe.
4th and 2.
Yeah, 4th and 2. They're going to try to 6:57 left to go. Offense still out there for the Hawks. They look to the sideline. We'll see if they actually run a play here. If they're going to try to draw Lebanon offside and pick up a first on a flag. Got to be disciplined here if you're the Blue Devils. They run the play. They hand it to Cartwright, and he's going to. Oh,
he got it. He didn't get it.
They had him. They had him in the backfield, but second effort gets it out to the 45, and they pick up a first down on a 4th and 2, and that is a huge play there. Boy, turn of events.
That was gutsy, guys.
That was gutsy. Yeah, that was very gutsy.
Well, you know, he coaches to win the ball game. He realizes that you just stay aggressive and good things happen.
And I think he also realized how good the Lebanon offense looked that timeout. Want to keep it out of their hands, keep them out of rhythm. 2 receivers on either side, pistol formation. They'll snap the ball, looking to pass. Double clutch, eventually gets it over to the right.
Don't let him go.
And he's going to go down. That's Luke Pfeiffer. Almost got away from the defender, but able to hold on. Busby holds on to that leg and doesn't let him go.
I actually thought he went to a knee to go down and catch the ball, but Busby there, like you said, to hold on and wait for help. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, give him a 5-yard gain. Ball right on the 50-yard line, the nose, right on the 50-yard line on that right hash. Clock is running, 6:15 and counting. 15-7 is your score as the Green Hill Hawks drive. If you're listening in on the radio dial to your right, they'll snap the ball. Quick pass out to the left. They've got blockers. They've got the first down. He cuts it down to the left sideline and eventually forced out of bounds, but a flag on the play.
Yeah, holding call.
That's good, yeah. And that was
on number 4.
Dylan Hawks with the catch and Sadler with the penalty. The receiver out to block, and this one will be coming back.
Still going to bring up a 2nd and about 6 as it was way downfield. It's going to erase the first down, but still going to leave them in pretty manageable here on 2nd down.
Would that be is that spot of the foul?
Well, it should be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's going to bring them up a little bit now, but gosh.
They're backing it back.
He was beyond the sticks, I thought, when he held.
They're putting
Maybe
it all
I'm
the way
wrong.
back to the 40, which helps out Lebanon. So that brings up a 2nd and 15
That would
in
have been
Green
a
Hill
hold at the
territory.
50 then, John, if he bring it to the 40, and he was way beyond the 50
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But we'll take it.
Yeah,
So Lebanon opportunity here. 2nd and 15. Clock is wound. Once again, 2 receivers on the near side. They'll go 1 up top, pistol formation with the sniffer. Now they'll send the running back into motion. Now they just pass action, and they're going to get it. 2 in the middle. That is 0.
Number 8.
Number
8. That is Parton. 5 touchdowns on the season. A little
shovel, kind
Yeah, a
of
little shovel
he
pass.
faced a little swing pass and then kind of threw a little shovel. I thought Lebanon did a pretty good job of reacting defensively. Going to bring up a 3rd and a long 8.
right at the 5-minute mark. 3rd quarter zooming by. And now Green Hill not really looking to be in too much of a rush either. They'll go 2 receivers on the near side, 2 up top, pistol formation. Burrows looking for the snap. Gets it. Low snap. He'll keep it. Quick pass, and that's going to be intercepted. Binion comes up with it. After a tipped pass, Binion comes up with the loose ball on the 48-yard line, and the Blue Devils will get their 2nd takeaway of the game and a huge opportunity here in the midway through the 3rd. Who tipped the ball? Binion came up with it.
I believe Manier and Binion had walked down on that inside guy. I told you that RPO, that quick slant, we've seen it so many times. Lebanon's done a good job, but Binion, so opportunistic this year. Like I said, has just made the switch to defense just seamlessly and found a home, just a nose for the football, but that is a big a big turnover for the Hawks.
His 3rd of the season. Manier and Binion both with 3. Got to capitalize here. Got a receiver on either side. Ball right in the middle of the field. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. They're going to hand it off. Gregory's got it on the sweep. He's coming over to the near side. He's going to get a couple off of it, but good job by the Green Hill defense staying at home that time as they faked the handoff to Azita and went the other direction.
Guys, I looked at my roster at the halftime. Green Hill has 10 seniors starting in on defense and 1 junior. On offense, they have 9. On defense, they have 9 seniors, 1 junior, 1 freshman. They've seen it all when you play that many seniors on both sides of the ball. So the reverse, again, nice little play for us, but they recovered well.
Who was that?
That was Gregory on the
Gregory.
carry.
Yep, about a 2. What they call it a 4-yard gain, so a little bit more than I initially thought. Gets it into Green Hill territory, and another official's timeout as we've got a player down on the near side.
That is the
That's
freshman.
King Wright.
That is the freshman that filled in for Jackson Crawford after Crawford got hurt in the very first game of the season, or they would have had 10 seniors starting on defense. So, again, this group with 38 seniors has been with this team since its inception, so he has carried them all the way through. So, you don't get that a lot. We are in the 20s. That's a lot of seniors. They have 38.
And he is up under his own power. He is going over to the medical tent now, I think. Doesn't look to be anything serious. I'm glad the officials saw it because they were about to snap the ball. I didn't see him. He was sitting on his rear end.
Yeah.
And he kind of blended in with the turf with that green jersey. So here we go, 2nd and 6, right at the 4-minute mark in the 3rd. Blue Devils trailing 15-7, driving to the left as you listen in on your radio dial. Tight formation over to the right with 2 receivers. Brecken Rogers moves over to the right as well. Pistol formation, they hand it off to Azita. He'll take it over to the right, and he's going to push forward. And there is your Wilson Bank and Trust first down, and they still don't even bring him down. They call him on forward progress. He's just so hard to get him to the ground.
I can promise you he's mad because he's saying I was not. My forward progress was
That
not
was
stopped.
a quick whistle. Aladort coming back in the game. Good low going out. So Aladort seems to be okay.
Wilson Bank and Trust first down for the Blue Devils. Already he had 115 yards at the half.
He's at 173 now with 3 minutes to go in the third.
173, looking to go over 200 2 games in a row.
And 7 points on the board.
And 7 points on the board. 3.5 minutes to play in the 3rd. Lebanon trailing 15-7, 1st and 10 in Green Hill territory. High snap. Harrison's going to keep it. He's going to roll over to his right, and it's caught by Searcy. Great catch. The defense was right on him, hit him right as he caught the ball. It's going to be about a 5-yard gain. It's about a 20-yard pass, but a 5-yard gain.
Well, I know for sure that was his 3rd option. Good job there of Harrison. He was trying to go to this left side as we were loaded up over here. Scrambled to his right. Searcy doing a good job with the scramble drill. And instead of a negative play, it's going to bring up 2nd and 5.
It's also going to bring Busby out on the field for an offensive snap at receiver. Gardner in that slot position on the left. Ball spotted on the right hash. Shotgun formation. Busby goes into motion. They're going to hand it off to him on a toss. He's got a few blockers. There's a flag on the play. That's going to go against the Blue Devils. Probably holding, as it was going to be a first down. And that one's going to be coming back. And what was a 2nd and 5 is going to become a 2nd and 10.
Or 15.
Just drive killers, fellas.
That's a 10-yarder, you're right. Yeah. 2nd and 15. So no loss of down on that one, but going the wrong direction again. 2:27 left to play.
Guys, we've gotten the red zone 3 times tonight.
Well, this 40-yard line seems like the Bermuda Triangle for us. You know, we cross the 50, bang, 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 and between the 30 and 40, our offense gets lost somewhere.
Lebanon able to score in the first quarter, not able to put any points on the board since. Now just 2.5 minutes to go in the third. Ball all the way back to the 44-yard line. 2nd and 15, right in the middle of the field. Receiver on either side. They're going to hand it off. Nope, they're going to keep it. They find Gregory. He's got some blockers. He's going to get down to about the 35. That'll bring up 3rd and 5, so about a 10-yard gain for the Blue Devils.
You can't say enough about Loudermilk. 27, the junior, filling in for 45. King there came up and probably a touchdown-saving tackle on a guy that's not easy to tackle.
It's only the second time I've ever heard that name before, Loudermilk, and the first time is actually a fictional character for a great show called Loudermilk, in case anybody's looking for something to binge this weekend. 3rd and 5, 1:43 to play in the third. They'll hand it off to Azita. He hop steps a defender. He gets close. He's there. I think he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
It's very close. He is going to get it.
First down, another Bank and Trust first down on the back and legs of Gianna Zeta. Now with 1:33 left to go, Lebanon knocking on that red zone once again. Ball spotted at the 28-yard line, 1st and 10.
I don't know if it's an indictment on our passing game or a compliment to Zeta, but our best play on 3rd and 6 and 37 is handed to him up the middle.
So here we go. Nobody over to the right. The entire right side of the field is empty. 2 receivers on the near side. They're going to do a direct snap to Azita. He gets past the first tackle. He's going the other way. He's going to find the corner. He's got the first down. He's not going to get into the end zone, but he's brought down at the 10. And now a flag on the play, and this looks like it's going to be on the defender. And that'll be half the distance to the goal line. Correct?
What could the conversation be?
And now a conversation. And boy, again, Gianna Zeta was stopped as he moved. Everything was designed for him to go to the left. But as we said before the snap, nobody was anywhere on the right side of the field.
Face mask going to be half the distance. We'll take it to the 5 as he was tackled on the 10. That was definitely that play we've shown a little. We've tried that all week, and it hadn't really done well. I don't really like it because when Harrison goes in that slow motion, Green Hill just fires. That time they didn't complete that fire, and Zeta went out the backside. They were lucky to recover. Guys, we've got to finish this drive off here and punch it in.
I say give it to him 4 times.
I will bet you $17 it's going to Gianna Zeta. Tight formation, nobody out wide. Going to motion over to the left. Azita, the only person in the backfield. They'll turn, hand it off to him. He trips up, he falls forward, gets it down to the 1.
You're right, guys. He tripped and fell 4 yards.
He did.
47 seconds and counting. Clock keeps going. Looking to score here to close out the third quarter. They've spotted on the 1 right in the middle of the field. So actually call it, say 2nd and 2 on the clock. But it looks like the first yard line to me. They'll hand it off to Azita, and Zeta's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Lebanon!
Now, what's Lebanon going to do right here?
What are we going to chase points here, or are we going to wait it again? If I'm Coach Gentry, I'm
handing it to Azita again if it's me.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to kick, but again, I think sometimes you have to read the momentum, and I feel like we have it, like you said, especially with Gian, and in a game like this, I just think aggressive may be the way to go. He's still got Harrison and Azita in there as Gardner and Jimenez ran on, but they have since run off. So, John, I'm going to let you have this one, but I think Coach Gentry's made up his mind. We got to try to tie this ball game up.
With 28 seconds left to go in the third, Lebanon, after the touchdown, is going to go for 2. It's been the Gianna Zeta show here tonight. as he's knocking on 200 yards already. And this will tie the ball game or keep it a 2-point advantage. They're going to hand it off. And Azita looked like he was going to ran it in. 2-point conversion is a success, and we've got a 15-15 game with 28 seconds left to go in the third.
Guys, he ran out there and stopped for like 10 seconds. It seemed like it. And he just stood there and waiting for somebody to open. They didn't fool for it, believe it, and he just thought, hey, I can take 2 steps forward.
I can just walk in.
And I can walk in. He'll never have an easier one in his life, guys.
Let's leave it right here to digest this a little bit. 28 seconds left to go in the third. Lebanon makes Green Hill pay for the turnover.
Yes, sir.
Got to give a lot of credit here to John Binion and Amari Manier. Manier with the tip pass. Binion comes down with it at midfield, and the Blue Devil offense goes about 50 yards or so into the end zone.
51. It was 9 plays, 51 yards. Azita 2-yard TD run. Azita 2-yard TD conversion. I got to start him another scoring column with that 2-point conversion. So now with 28 seconds left in your third quarter, it is now all tied. Your Lebanon Blue Devils 15, Green Hill 15. One side note, guys, Azita 204 yards, 2 touchdowns. We're still in the third quarter.
This Green Hill offense came in averaging 34 points per game. Lebanon's been phenomenal up until this point, except for maybe one drive when Green Hill was really clicking. But it is an entirely different game now. 15-15, 28 seconds left to go. Lebanon will kick off. Low wobbly kick.
Great coverage here.
It's going to be fielded all the way back at the 5-yard line. Going to bring it out, gets it to the 20. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to be forced out of bounds. 31. And, boy, he is – well, you can see it when he gets his hands on the ball. TJ Buchanan, he is a threat. He has not broke one yet, knock on wood, but he is an athletic guy. So,
and a difficult kick to field. You said it, Donald. Great little squibber down there. It went all the way down to the 10. He picked it up and came all the way across the field. Lebanon in pursuit. Still a lot better than their last time when they were out past the 40. Lebanon needs another defensive stand like we've had a few already tonight.
18 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Ball on the 32-yard line in Green Hill territory, driving to the right. 3 receivers. Burrow's going to try to run this one right up the middle, and he's going to fall forward. Going to get about 6 on the play, and I think that might be the last play of the quarter.
Well, Green Hill's not messing around anymore, guys. This is called boss level right here if you're a gamer, and we are at it.
There we go. The third quarter will come to a close. The Lebanon defense does not allow any Green Hill points in the third, while Lebanon gets it into the end zone, completes a 2-point conversion, and with 12 minutes to play, it is 15-15. Nothing more you could ask for in a high school football game. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Fourth quarter action coming back in just a moment. Cumberland Streets, serving up char-broiled burgers and made-from-scratch biscuits 7 days a week. Not only am I standing here in the broadcast booth, but when you look out at the crowd's standing. Green Hill faithful, as always, in full force. What a high school football game we are having here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, 15-all is your score as these two fantastic high school football teams go at it. Burrows will get the snap here to start the fourth quarter, takes it over to the left, got a couple of blockers, but he's forced out of bounds, and he's going to have the first down near midfield. Well, he has got some legs, doesn't he?
Well, you see, they're not going to take any chances. Let's put it in our best player's hand and see if he can lead us down the field. Donald said it earlier, Lebanon's done a whale of a job against him in this offense tonight. We just need it for one more quarter.
Ball at the 47-yard line in Green Hill territory, driving to the left. 1st and 10. Low snap. They're looking over. Nobody there. Broken play here in Lebanon. Look at him. Jawan Stafford with a sack.
Yeah, and he tackled the football and kind of slung him down by the football. Burrow's doing a good job of holding on to it, but that's the negative play if you're Lebanon's defense that you need. We've just got to capitalize on it.
Good time to see big number 9 right there.
First time we've really called him out tonight. 2nd and 16 is your score. Ball all the way back now to the 41-yard line in Green Hill territory. Driving to the left as you listen in on your radio dial. 2 receivers on either side, stacked on top of each other. Pistol formation. Burrows with the ball. He got to him again.
He threw it to a lineman.
It doinked off his helmet.
Should be an illegal touching,
Absolutely.
guys. You know, they're not going to call it, but that should be illegal touching as it hit the lineman first. And it's still a loss on the play, and we're going to take it.
Exactly. Even though there should have been a call there, it is still a positive for Lebanon as this, knock on wood, this offense doesn't look quite as smooth as it was there in the second quarter. Well, brings up 3rd and 19.
A big 3rd and 19, huge. John.
15 all is your score. 10.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Green Hill taking all the time they can. 10 on the play clock. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 up top, ball on the left hash.
Late in the clock.
Yeah, and they will call a timeout here.
What was that?
I tell you what, let's step aside ourselves and catch our breath. Yeah. This is Lebanon High School football on WANT FM 98.9. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, Blue Devil fans, I'm Lebanon Police.
Go back out to Green Hill High School where a huge 3rd down and long, 3rd and 19 coming up for the Green Hill Hawks. So glad to have you along, guys, wherever you are, however you are tuned in. WANT and Lebanon High School appreciate you. Donald Gann, Joe Gardner, and John Boyce with you on a beautiful Friday night here on the Hill in North Mount Juliet. They're going to go trips up to the right, ball on the left hash, 2 receivers to the left. This is a perfect setup to have Burrows show off his legs again, but a 3rd and 19 going to be tough there. True shotgun formation, nobody in the backfield. Burrows will get it, looking, and he's going to be taken down without even throwing the ball, and they will have to punt on 4th and 19, and the Lebanon Blue Devil defense has bowed up.
Jackson Harris and Jawan Stafford. Jawan Stafford said he was going to not go to out of this game quietly. He made 2 big plays there. Is going to force the punt. I believe Green Hill's first punt as they've gone forward on 4th down several times.
Gavin Gregory back to receive a low line drive kick.
He fair caught it.
He did. And he's going to have it at about the 24.
And he's kicking himself.
He's mad at it, yeah.
It was such a line drive. He
got
caught
to it quicker.
And he had a lot of space there. And, of course, I'm sure it was just a safe return, but he probably could have got a yard. Not going to complain. Let's field the punt. Let's run 17 back out there again and see if they're ready to try to tackle him this drive.
9:47 left to play in the ball game. 15-15 is your score. Lebanon 7-0. Green Hill 5-2. Neither team has had a loss in the region. This is week number
9.
Week number 9. 8th game, week number 9 of high school football. This is everything you want in high school football.
All the publications here, all the online publications are here. A lot of scouts are here, a lot of eyes in the county on this ball game tonight.
Along with the best broadcast crew in the world. They're going to hand off to Azid. He's going to go right up the middle. He's going to get about a 5-yard gain, and again, just kind of fell forward, and that was not Azita.
Well, Aladort was the one that pancaked his guy. I think Gian ran up Aladort's back.
Okay.
But Aladort was the one that came out and just kind of pancaked his guy. That's a lot of weight landing on that defensive tackle there.
I almost feel bad for the turf. 2nd and 6 on a 4-yard gain. Ball right in the middle of the field. Gardner and Searcy on the right side. Nobody over on the left. Pistol formation. Azita in the backfield. They'll go into motion and bring Thompson over to the right. They're going to hand it off to Azita this time. He's going to get through it. He's going to have another Wilson Bank and Trust first down.
Gosh,
and you see the blockers still running.
Well, they know, and they keep
know.
blocking, and you look to see if Gion's still running with them. You know, I mean, you like, is he down or is he still going? I think Green Hill kind of looks in the crowd. Everybody's got so used to that continuation of just him dragging and fighting for every inch. But, guys, I know we don't keep up with time of possession. That's one thing that Donald doesn't do, and we're going to have to get on him about that. But we have done a good job of having controlled drives and keeping their offense. They have not had a ton of opportunities. We got to do that here.
1st and 10, ball right on the 35-yard line. They'll do a direct snap to Azita over to the left, and nothing on that one. Don't think he had a loss, but definitely no gain. 8:20 and going. Clock continues to run.
I liked it in practice, but it's so slow developing. You know, like I said, Harris turns and goes in a short motion, and we've gone behind that motion every time, so they just fire everything they've got. You wonder if we have a counter off that, if we're going to show that some point in time, and somebody's going to come back across the formation on it.
They'll spot it there on the 36-yard line. The yard to gain is the 45.
Late in the play clock here. We need to get out and save this time out.
Game clock still rolling as well. Tight formation over to the left. Nobody out wide on either side. They'll hand it to Azita. He's going to go over to the left. He had some contact in the backfield, managed to get 2 or 3 out of it. We'll bring up 3rd down and about 6.
Joe, if you're a Green Hill linebacker right now and you see Azita in the backfield, what are you saying?
Well, most teams are saying, you know, they've had enough. This team right here is seasoned and tough enough. If you see they are bowing their necks, they're going to make us get it, Donald. But I just thought 3rd and 6, we can run this.
3rd and 6 for the Blue Devils. 7-12 and counting to go in the game, and a tie game. Lebanon driving to the right. Nobody on the top side of the field. They'll hand it off to Azita. He's going to take it over to the right. They were waiting on him. No gain at all. And this Green Hill defense, as Joe just said, is stepping up to the challenge. Got to give them some props as they have been able to slow Azita down on this drive at least. And Lebanon will bring out the punt team.
Yeah, there's a difference in being aggressive and being silly. And Coach Gentry's not going to be silly here. We're going to punt it away. Green Hill has a little bit of life. But again, he's got to trust our defense. It's played well tonight, and if we hadn't been able to slow those guys down, we may think about it there. Again, let's watch our long snapper.
Jimenez back to punt.
Oh, and
low
there's the
snap.
bounce. Get it out of there.
He gets it out of there.
Woo.
Gets it off. He's going to get it to about the 40.
Oh, it hit him.
It hit him.
It hit him.
And it took a great bounce for Lebanon all the way down to the 30-yard line.
It did not
at the
hit
40.
that gunner.
It looked really close. That would have been LeBron Wells, I believe, that was down there in that area. But it took a great bounce for Lebanon all the way down to the 30.
Well, let's talk a great bounce. That was awkward. He seemed to snap it before we were ready.
Yeah.
He snapped it very quickly. I mean, even before our protector turned around and signaled ready for the snap, that thing short hopped. Jimenez doing a good job of not panicking. Green Hill was not rushing there and had a little better punt than the 3-yard one the first time.
Split receivers on either side. 6:12 left to go. Green Hill on their own 30-yard line on the left hash. Burrows will get the snap. They'll quickly go over to the left side. Got a blocker. He's going to be close to a first down. That was Dylan Hawks.
Yeah, got to get that guy on the ground. Should have been a tackle of about 2. Instead, he gets 8.
2 timeouts remaining in the game for Green Hill. Lebanon with all 3 of theirs.
Very quick moving, John. 5:50 to go in the 4th. Game knotted at 15.
2 receivers on either side once again. Running back with them. They're going to do a quick pass out to the right side to Parton. He's going to get the first down, but he's tackled short of the 50-yard line. And Parton, well, he continues to be an issue. Luke Parton, again, came into the game with 26 catches and 374 yards, most likely over 400 now.
So much space out there when they throw it all the way across the field. He catches it. All you got to do is get one block, and it's a big gainer.
Ball spotted on the right hash on the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Green Hill. They'll snap the ball, low snap. They're going to hand it off, and that's going to be about an 8-9-yard gain. That's impressive by Zach Cartwright.
Running hard, and I think you're seeing Green Hill, which is uncharacteristic. They're wanting to eat a little clock too.
Yeah.
They realized, they hadn't just been successful always slowing down our offense, so they would like to do what we would have liked done. and eat up a lot of time and score late.
2nd and 2, under 5 minutes to play now in the ball game, tied up at 15 apiece. Your Blue Devils fighting hard against the defending region champ. Trips over to the left, and before the snap, whistle is called.
I think it's timeout, Green Hill.
And if it is, that'll just be one. They're both pointing to the other sideline.
No, it's Green Hill.
So that'll be their second time out of the half.
Yep.
They'll just have one left, and they did not like something they saw in that formation.
Few more housekeeping here, John. Shop Springs Creamery, located at 2816 Sparta Pike, is the official chocolate milk of Blue Devil football. And you better get it this week. And that's their ice cream I'm talking about, as we're going to turn cold next week. May have to see if they've got a little creamer for hot chocolate. Kenny Salas, thanks to LHS graduate Kenny Salas and the Salas Realty Group, located at 120 Public Square. Whether you're buying or selling, please visit salasrealtygroup.com.
Game reset, 4:45 left to play in the game. 15 all is your score. 2nd and 2. 1 timeout remaining for Green Hill, 3 for the Blue Devils. Ball spotted on the 45-yard line in Lebanon territory. Green Hill driving to the left as you listen in. Right in the middle of the field.
Guys, say this now. There are a lot of questions on Lebanon High School coming into this ball game, and I thought a lot of people said that they didn't think that maybe we would find out we didn't belong. No matter what happens, we belong.
Yeah, with 4:45 to play, a tie ball game, absolutely. You're going to hand it off, almost tackled for a loss, and eventually dancing his way forward is Dylan Hawks for the first down. Had some contact in the backfield, but able to get past it and get a new set of downs for the Hawks as they get it close to the 40-yard line.
Well, Coach Gentry doesn't have to now, but we have done a good job of holding our 3 timeouts. If they keep putting together a couple of first downs, we may have to save ourselves some time.
Yep.
But need a negative play here like we've had a couple of times tonight, John, and I'll take it however we can get it.
Clock is winding, and don't forget they do have a capable field goal kicker in Caden Chandler. Snap to Burrows. They're going to hand it off to Cartwright. He's got some space, and nice open field tackle by Busby as they keeps him short of the first down.
Cartwright slow
to get up. He's going to feel that one in the morning. He's feeling it right now. He's going to come off the field for at least a play.
That's that deep thigh bruise when you get hit on there, and it just, it's very painful.
Clean tackle by Busby brings up 2nd and 3, under 4 minutes to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. In Lebanon territory, spotted on the left hash. They'll go triplets up to the right, 1 receiver on the near side. Find Luke Parton. They like him in this position. They're going to hand it off, though, this time to Bragdon. As he said, he is back in the game. He's going to be close to the first down. I think he might have it.
And how fast is this game moving, guys? We're 3:34 to go on the contest. I just looked at my clock. It's only 10 after 9. Usually we're approaching the 10 o'clock hour, and I think it's been a little cleaner half. A lot of runs between the two.
Yeah,
and
not a lot of
clock stoppage.
1st and 10. Ball on the 29-yard line in Lebanon territory, spotted on the left hash. Trips to the right, 1 on the near side. Burrows in a pistol formation.
They were moving.
Yeah, I thought they were.
He's going to be close, and golly, nobody can get him down. Eventually brought out, no gain, but had an opportunity to get him down in the backfield. But as you said, Burrow's just a slippery player, hard to bring down.
Slippery and strong. I'm trying to get his size here. It's got him 6'3", 190. We all know they all lie on rosters. Every coach does. So he's probably 6'2", 170. Yeah. But he plays a lot stronger than that.
Yeah.
I mean, again, he's slippery, but he throws off tackles, and it's very surprising to see him do that.
He uses angles well. He kind of turns his body so there's not as much of him to tackle.
Uses your momentum and throws you off of it.
Yeah.
Plus, Joe, like you said, he's a 3-year starter.
Oh, yeah.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the near side. They're going to hand it off to Brogdon again. Nothing this time, maybe a yard. Initial contact there by Juwan Stafford.
Watch for a timeout here at 2:20. Coach Gentry's paying very close attention. That's going to be a 3rd and 8. He's going to ride with it here. They've got 30 seconds. They're going to milk this clock down under 2 minutes easily before they snap this ball. And if they don't get it,
do they kick the field goal at that point?
We're going to have a decision to make.
Did we determine what their long was?
No. He has kicked for him for a couple of years. I've seen him kick before. 30 to 35, it'll be a good opportunity. From where they're at there, that's a 32 yard.
No, 42.
42 yarder. Sorry.
Trips to the right, one on the near side. Low snap. Burrows back to pass. He's got his man. He's got the first down, and he's dragging him forward for a few more.
Hey, you know what I hate to say here, guys?
Was it Pfeiffer? No, it's number 4. It's Sadler again.
Did we let them score?
Boy, you are getting into a debate there, aren't you?
Well, it always
try to save
is,
the time.
but again, they're going to run it all the way down here and at the least kick a field goal. I think if you're Coach Gentry, you have to call 3 right here. He's going to wait and call the first one. Minute 20 to go in the game. 17 seconds on the play clock. They're not going to snap this to close to a minute.
Did you say Sadler caught that?
Yeah.
Sadler caught that one. Yeah. They're letting it wind. No timeout taken. So Lebanon holding on to all 3 of them. Minute 10 left to go. They're going to get it over to the left side. And diving forward down to the 1 yard line is Zach Cartwright.
All time here. Unless
he goes out of bounds.
Went out of bounds. So
clock's running.
He signaled clock stoppage.
And the clock is going. Down to 57-56, and I thought the official said that did it as well.
Gentry down there, if you notice, he's way down there trying to get a signal because he saw the official signal out of bounds.
And it's at 51. They finally stopped the clock. Ball spotted at the 5 yard line. I thought he was closer than that, so maybe he stepped out of bounds before the dive.
He did.
And they should be putting about 10, 11 seconds back on the clock.
They should, but you very rarely see that in high school, and especially when
the ball's
you're at
at the 5.
Yeah.
And who ran that ball?
That was again, too.
Cartwright
on the little flare. I think that was actually a catch, Donald.
Oh, it was a pitch?
Yeah, I thought he threw that little flare out to him, didn't he? He ran and threw it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was backwards, though. So you may be correct, Donald. We may have to watch that one. You may want to put an asterisk there, as he kind of did a little RPO, ran to the line of scrimmage, and just threw it laterally out there to Cartwright, which we did a pretty good job of reacting, but I thought we just let them score and let's take our chances.
2nd and 5, ball on the 5 yard line. 51 seconds showing on the clock.
Oh, we need a turnover.
They're trying to figure it now. I think they're going to put it on 1 minute. Even some of the Green Hill staff looking up at the official score up here. I thought they might go 101, but I'll take 1 minute.
Well, let's see if we get anything.
Sometimes they'll just – there it goes, 102. They put it on 102, Ooh. So I was thinking 101, so there we go. So 2nd and 2, so they could still get a first down without getting the touchdown.
Couple extra officials tonight as there's some other teams on buys. So there's extra clock officials tonight. There's extra side officials tonight. So a lot of help from this officiating crew.
2nd and 2. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right. Ball spotted on the left hash, right on the 5 yard line. Cannon Burrows, shotgun formation. And they're going to hand it off to Cartwright. He's going to go right up the middle, and he's going to be shy of the touchdown. Clock will run, and I think you'll see a
will take their timeout. I would say, yes.
And they stop it now at about 53. Did he get the first down, though?
Gentry still animated.
Yeah.
I mean, he told the official, I'm sure, right before that play, as soon as it's down, I want the timeout. The official's way down there on the goal line. Chuck Gentry can't go past the 25, so you're screaming at him to yell. I'll never forget a couple of years ago when we had that good season, we were down at Warren County, and they were trying to score against, Coffee County. And they were trying to score, and Gentry was trying to get a timeout to reset our defense, and that official never turned around and looked at him. I was standing down there as a sideline guy because I can go wherever I want, and I was even yelling at him right behind him. We're trying to get a timeout. Coffee County goes over the top, scores, and
Coffee County had a good year that year.
That was that year that we lost to. Yeah, they had a quarterback that I don't know what happened to that kid. He was ranked in the state as a shortstop, and I just wonder if he went on to play baseball.
They broke like a 20-year postseason drought that year.
Yeah.
Well, here, 53 seconds left to go. It is 1st and goal for Green Hill. Tie game 15-15. Ball right on the 2 yard line near the left hash. They'll go 2 receivers up top. Burrows looking for the snap. He's going to keep it himself, try to run it over to the left, and he's going to get in.
And that's what we wanted.
And that might be okay, exactly. That leaves 49 seconds left to go in the ball game. We'll see if they go for 2 again or if they kick the extra point. I got to imagine they kick the extra point on this one.
And, we're not built for a 49 seconds play. I mean, our best players are running back, but
timeout.
You have to have your
flag.
chance. If this is a penalty, a celebration penalty, we need to take this on the kickoff.
So they're backing the ball up. They put it at the 13-yard line.
Did they not give them the touchdown?
They're not giving them the touchdown. With 49 seconds to play, it'll be 1st and 12 now.
I don't know.
And
I never saw a call.
Kind of helps Green Hill, honestly, because now they can run the clock down even more.
Well, again, if you don't score and kick field goal, game's over. I'm a Steeler fan, and I saw it last night. T. Higgins caught a long pass. He fell on the 5 instead of scoring, not to give us the ball back.
So what did we call?
I don't know what the call is, but they backed it up to the 12-yard line.
Had to be a
1st and goal.
Foul.
They'll hand it off to Cartwright. He's going to be tackled.
He didn't go nowhere.
That was a good job by Jawan Stafford, but again, the clock will run. Will Lebanon use that last timeout? And I think they do.
Have to, but it's a moot point.
It really is.
Just on 2nd down here, and they're going to, again, you kind of wonder if they don't want to take any more chances at this point in time. Just take a knee and let it run down, call a timeout, and kick it.
Boy, that penalty
is a head scratcher.
Is just massive.
They backed it up to the 12.
So it's a 10-yard penalty.
So it had to be a holding call there. But, the touchdown went up. The flag was very late and never an explanation for the flag. We've had several of those tonight, both ways.
Guys, I want to tell you something right now. This game's not been penalized. That was Green Hill's 6th penalty for 55 yards. Lebanon tonight, 3 penalties, 20 yards.
Clean that up.
Yeah, especially here in the second half. As Joe has said, this second half has moved right on along with 42 seconds left to go in this one. 2nd and 10, 15 all is your score. But we thought Lebanon was going to be getting the ball back with about 40, maybe 50 seconds left to try to go down and tie it up. But now
it should be 3rd down, though.
No, they didn't lose a down on that holding. It was 1st and goal, and then they scored, and then that was so. Yeah, we're right here on 2nd down again. That's what I said. They're going to be able to run this down as far as they want.
2nd and 10. If you're Lebanon now, you just get them to 4th down and make them kick the ball. I'll feel better about that. One receiver on either side. They're going to fake the handoff. Burrows rolling out. That's going to be intercepted. Oh my gosh. Getting his hand. That's Jackson Harris, who almost came up with the interception, but on the other side of the field, a flag is down.
Where was that flag? On the other side of the field?
Yeah,
it came from way over there.
Way over there.
Way over
in
there.
The end zone.
They're going to call defensive holding on that side. That pass was so quick.
Lord.
38 seconds to go on the clock. 15 all still your score. The officials talking.
Boy.
That was an interception, boys.
Cannon Burrows, he throws that one. He'll tell you that's probably the worst mistake he's ever made. That's not typical of him. And almost threw it right to Binion that was standing 5 feet in front of him.
Was it Binion or Jackson? I was
thinking
thinking
it was Jackson. Wave this flag off as, again, it was just on the other side of the field, and that's always funny because he threw the flag for something.
So if you get the stop here, then you force Green Hill to make a decision.
Well, that stopped the clock with an incomplete pass. So, again, Crouch trying to punch it in. He's not playing it safe.
3rd and 10, 38 seconds to play. 2 receivers to the right. 15 all is your score. Burrows is going to keep it himself. He's going to get to the right, and he's going to be into the end zone with 32 seconds to play. No flags on the field that we can see. Makes it 21-15 with a PAT on the way. And they look to be lining up for the extra point. Joe Gardner with your call.
Chandler on the kick. The kick is going to trail off, but it is going to slip inside the right upright. Sorry, John. I just zapped out there.
You're watching the game, right?
Well, just going to places I don't need to go. Green Hill 22, 11 and 15, 32 seconds to go in the contest. We'll be back right after this commercial timeout.
ANT FM 98.9.
Well, here is your situation. 32 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lebanon trailing by a touchdown and an extra point. No timeouts.
That was a 71-yard, 14-play drive. Burrow finally went in on the 10-yard run. Chandler PAT was good. So with 32 seconds left, Lebanon still has a chance. They're down 22-15.
I don't think they'll onside it here.
Right. They will kick away. Back to receive is Gregory and Manier. And kick is away. Low bouncer. And it's going to go home. It's Busby.
Get in the end zone, please.
It gets into the end zone over Busby's head. He doesn't touch it, so no time goes off the clock. So 32 seconds, and Lebanon will have to go 80 yards.
Well,
with some help, with some magic, most likely.
You know, if you're going to do anything, it's going to have to be toward the sideline. We have no timeouts. We'll take some shots down the field. A first down will stop the clock briefly. But needless to say, we will be in a 2-minute offense, more or less like a 32-second offense.
Yeah, how many plays do you got in your book for something like this?
Well, the first thing you want to do is just have a positive play.
Yeah.
If it's 10 or 15 yards, you take it, you hopefully get back on the ball and snap it again.
3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield for Harrison. Gets the high snap. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Looking flag on the play.
It's holding.
And I think that's going to go against the Blue Devils.
I'm going to try to slide on down, guys, and get our interview with Coach. And you know what? Oh, the immaculate reception happened this way as Rooney was going down the elevator, and when he got to the field, they had scored. So it's time for that again.
Let's do it.
I hope it happens while you're halfway down there.
27 seconds to go, and that did go against Lebanon. So Lebanon's going to have to go now 90 yards in 27 seconds with no timeouts, trailing 22-15 here on the road against Green Hill. Lebanon will need some magic to keep their undefeated season alive here in Week 9. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Azita is in there. Harrison is going to get a quick outlet pass to Azita, and he's just going to run it out of bounds. Got about a 10-yard, 15-yard gain on that one. 20 seconds to play. Gets it out to about the 25.
20. They're marking him at the 22.
At the 22, so he must have stepped out of bounds a little bit quicker. So, yeah, at the 22-yard line, spotted on the left hash. 20 seconds to play. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 up top. Harrison on the ball. No timeouts for the Blue Devils. Pistol formation. Now he'll move up to his right hip, going into a shotgun. Ball is snapped. Harrison rolls to his right, gets it over to Searcy. Searcy gets out of bounds for a short gain. 15 seconds on the clock. Brings up 3rd and short with 15 seconds to play. First down, not really much of a factor here outside of stopping the clock to move the chains. Ball on the 28-yard line. Lebanon driving to the right as you listen in on your radio dial. 22-15 is your score. Lebanon has to go 72 yards in 15 seconds to try to tie this thing up and force overtime. 3 receivers to the left. Harrison's going to roll over to his left. Gets through some defenders, and he's going to be sacked.
He can't do that.
And that's going to be the game.
Yep.
He gets the sack, and I don't know if it'll be a sack, but a tackle for loss. Clock is actually stopped at 7 seconds. Not sure why the clock stopped.
It shouldn't be. Oh.
There's a flag on the play. They call Lebanon timeout.
We don't.
And I don't think we have a timeout. I don't see any flags, but Lebanon's team over there huddled up with the coaches. Now Green Hill will come there, so maybe there was a scoreboard. Maybe Lebanon got a timeout back from some of that stuff that was going on earlier. So the officials are on top of it. So Lebanon with a timeout here, but just 7 seconds left, 4th and 7. So this will be the last play of the game unless Lebanon makes something happen and forces overtime here. Lebanon will come back out. They'll spot the ball on the left hash on the 28-yard line. Or excuse me, that's the 23-yard line. Now Green Hill will come out for defense. Here's your ball game. 3 receivers over to the left, 1 on the near side. Harrison, your quarterback, in a pistol formation. Azita right behind him. He'll move to his left hip, going into a shotgun formation. Now Azita will go out wide. They're going to get it over quickly to the left. Gregory going to make a move. He's got some space, and he's pushed out of bounds. Is there any time left, or is that it? And that's going to be it. He gets out of bounds, but they're talking about it. No official sign yet. Green Hills players are on the field. There might be a second left, and I think they're going to push him off the field. I think they're going to put 1 more second on the clock. Lebanon's going to get 1 more play at this as some of the fans, some of the little kids in the far end zone had ran out there. Now they're putting them back on the sideline. They're going to put 1 second on the clock. Lebanon gets the first down, and Gregory's able to get out of bounds. It's at the 42-yard line.
No, the officials are leaving.
And now the officials are leaving the field, and they do call it. The officials leave. So some confusion to end the game, but that is how this one will conclude. What a football game we had here tonight. It does not go the way of the Blue Devils as Green Hill will pull this one out at home. They will move to 6-2 overall, 3-0 inside of the region as the Blue Devils will suffer their first loss of the season, falling to 7-1 and 2-1 inside of the region. Despite the loss by the Blue Devils, I think this score and this film is going to raise some eyebrows that this Green Hill team, we know how good they are, we know how good they have been, we know their pedigree, and Lebanon was with them through the entire football game. But unfortunately for the Blue Devils, they come up short here on the road, suffering their first loss of the 2025 season at the hands of cross-county rival Green Hill. Your final 22-15. We're going to take a break. We're going to send it out to back out to the studio for the WANT Fakes and Hooker scoreboard. Boys are going to give you a quick update on everything going on inside of the region as well as around Wilson County. We'll then come back out here to the Hill and wrap things up with your interview with Coach Gentry as well as your final statistics. Once again, your final. Green Hill pulls it out in the fourth quarter. 22-15 is your final.